By hopping on your YouTube app and searching Mix 100 Denver. This morning show right here is powered by Groove Subaru, your fast, fun, and friendly way to drive happy. You can find your next vehicle at groovesubaru.com. And I should let you know, if you're out and about this holiday weekend looking for a new car, stop by Groove Subaru. They're going to be doing that big barbecue thing where they got burgers and hot dogs and drinks and kind of, feeding your tummy tum-tum while you're shopping for that new Crosstrek. So go check them out. Again, all the information, groovesubaru.com. What's up, sleepyheads?
Yo.
What's going on?
God, I didn't sleep good. I had heartburn last night, like crazy heartburn.
No.
Felt like someone was taking a hot poker, putting it into my heart, and it was firing out my back.
Well, what'd you eat?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think I ate anything. And I was just reading this story, oddly enough, this morning, talking about anything dairy. People are having sleep issues and nightmares because they're having dairy before bed.
Oh, I didn't even think that could keep you up like that.
Yeah, they say something about the old lactose or something jacks with your mind while you're sleeping, while you're counting the sheep, and you have horrific nightmares. I have never experienced that.
Well, what about the old, if you can't sleep, have a warm glass of milk?
Yeah, right? Like that used to be
That's
able to
oxymoronic.
set you asleep.
Huh.
Like,
I don't know.
Right path.
Don't do it. You'll have nightmares.
You know what's weird?
Freddy Krueger will kill you in
I
your
don't think
dreams.
I've ever had a nightmare in my life.
No.
Like one that I remember
Stop.
at least.
What?
I really don't.
That's a
I've
strange
never
thing
had
to
like
say.
I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
that's
think
weird. I've never heard that
I've
before.
ever had a bad dream that woke me up or anything like that.
But you
You're
dream.
just living it, right?
I have dreams. Oh,
You're
yeah.
living
Yeah.
it instead of sleeping
Yeah.
it.
Oh, gosh. My nightmares are when I'm
He's
awake.
like, back into work again. Here we go.
That's funny.
Do you know, like, if you eat a specific something, though, that you're going to be up all night and not feeling good? My dad, it's peanuts. If he has any sort of nut, then he's up all night, like with heartburn and not feeling good. And
That's wild.
And he loves peanuts, so my mom gets on him, as old married couples do. Did you have
funny.
peanuts last night, John? You were up all night.
As
Your
Yeah, I
acid
did.
reflux.
As of right now, my stomach's pretty much still a steel trap. Like I can put anything in there and still hit the pillow just fine. But I did notice if it's like any kind of caffeine after 4,
You're up.
I can't. There will be no sleep. For
That's
me.
funny. Caffeine does
No sleep.
nothing to me now. I can have a couple Red Bulls and hit the sack and be just fine.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, it is crazy. Caffeine, I think it's just all 21 years of doing morning radio. You just like, I'm out.
You're
Mine's
immune
just-
to it.
I don't care what's in me right
No,
now.
that's true. Mine's just if I eat too much. Like, I eat too much of anything, I'm sitting or laying in bed just like, oh my gosh, I hate my life.
Yeah,
I
there's
hate
that.
everything.
Like,
Yeah.
if I overindulge right before bedtime.
Well, because
it's
then your
definitely-
body's
You're like
working to break-
cheesecake.
Yeah.
Why
I
not?
know.
A whole cheesecake.
Well, because usually I'll have like a piece of chocolate. Like that's what my little sweet treat. Like I like to have
I've
that.
been good
about-
today. I
Yeah,
deserve this.
Exactly. And then I have a specific kind of dark chocolate with caramel in it. It's so good.
What's the kind? Is it Cadbury?
It's the Ghirardelli.
Oh,
Just the
good old
Ghirardelli chocolate, but
Ghirardelli.
it's the dark chocolate squares that are filled with caramel, and they
Oh.
are my favorite. And I'll let myself have one of those every night.
I'm a fan
before
of
I
the
go to bed.
Ghirardelli.
Yeah.
I've been to
so
the
good.
Ghirardelli factory in San
No.
Francisco.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, they've got
Oh.
buckets of little individually wrapped chocolates in there, like whiskey barrels. It's just filled with chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
You would be in heaven,
Katie
Cat.
Wonka and the Chocolate
Yes.
Factory. I
and
love
the
that.
smell in that place. Yeah.
Oh.
I was a kid when I went there, and I still remember it. So good.
I want to go there.
I skip over the Toll House sweet morsels sometimes and sneak in the Ghirardelli ones if we're making chocolate chip cookies. The Ghirardelli ones are just a game changer.
They're so good.
Game changer in the world of chocolate chips, Katie Cat. Do we know anything about Diddy yet? Is he going to prison?
I think,
Oh,
what is
gosh.
it? Like
well,
they.
he's found guilty on, or no, sorry, they have 3 verdicts in,
Yeah,
right?
they're
So
4.
far,
I
3 or
think they
4?
have 4 out of 5. They've
Yeah,
come
4
to
out
a
of 5.
conclusion. They were hung on the 5th racketeering charge.
Yeah, they decided on the 2 sex trafficking charges, the 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, and then, yes, the racketeering. Wasn't there, like... What was he was abusing his girlfriend in the hallway of that hotel. He was
Yeah,
like assaulting her.
Kathy.
Isn't there assault charges as well, or is that just lumped in?
I think it's all just lumped in because, again, it's very. I don't know if it's hard to get somebody charged with that kind of stuff after the fact. And, You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's why the other charges are really trying to focus on it. I'm not 100% sure with this case. I was following it in the beginning, and then it just
I
got
was a
really
little bit too.
sad, and I
So
couldn't.
depressing,
I
so
couldn't consume
horrific.
all that.
Well,
Like,
is it?
You got to think
This is
they're going to get him
awful.
on something here.
I
You
hope
got to
so.
think.
Do you
Just that video alone, you think they would
No,
get him
it's
on
just
something.
It
awful.
was so bad to
So
watch.
disturbing.
Did you see? Is it if they have to get him on all 5 for life in prison, or is it you can get him
Yeah,
on
I'm
4
not-
out of 5 for life in prison? Or
I'm not
anything?
sure.
No.
I'm not
Okay.
sure with that, but
But
definitely.
they're going to get him on something. Come
You'd think-
on. You
to
would
see
think.
Cassie on the stand pregnant testifying was just that'll be ingrained in my brain forever. You just hope that
They
there's
just
some
need to get him
justice.
for like all that baby oil he purchased too.
I-
There's got to be something there.
Right.
Excessive baby oil consumption.
like-
That's got to be 10 to 15, I would think.
Gotta be breaking
Yeah.
the law, right?
And then how about this? I love this because I was glued to the Bezos wedding, and the fine people in Venice were like, please, no Bezos. He's going to ruin the economy. No, 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 no. But
What
they had
happened?
their wedding there anyway, and according to some new analysis from Italy's Ministry of Tourism, with a little help from Business Insider, they say that the economic value of this wedding to Venice was $1.1 billion.
Wow.
Essentially 68% of the city's entire annual tourism revenue. And it came from a guest list of just 200 people.
See, that's why I was so confused why they didn't want that.
We were just joking, and this was really good.
I don't think
We
Venice,
love Jeff Bezos. We love Jeff Bezos.
I'm sure like anybody's gonna welcome free money, but I also don't think Venice is hurting for tourism. People want
No,
to go
but
to
this got
Venice.
68% of
This
their
is
year.
nice,
I know.
a nice little boost, though, Katie.
No, it's a huge
It's
boost.
a
but
lot
I'm
of
just saying,
money.
I can see why Venice didn't want all those people there. They're already
It's only
dealing
200
with their
people. It's
infrastructure.
200
I know,
people.
but
So
still,
here's part of the
like,
$1 billion, because people are gonna be like, oh my god, they didn't spend $1 billion. No, but they are talking about essentially they're lumping the media exposure alone in advertising into the $1 billion of revenue
Yeah.
for the city.
Well,
so that's part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys say there's only 200 people, and then the media, and then all their
Hey,
family.
but we
and
love them,
There's
huh?
a lot of people there.
I sold so many pizza pies.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff Bezos. They say the average tourist value to the city is about $125 per person. For the Bezos wedding, it was an average of $5.6 million per person.
Jeez.
It was so
God.
good.
That's insane.
Hooray for Amazon Prime. Please come back. Huh? Denver's best music, it's Mix 100. Play a little Dua Lipa for you with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning. All right, coming up right around 6:20, 6:25. Katy was begging us yesterday. Let's talk about 4th of July memories. Your favorite 4th of July memories.
Because 4th of July is Friday.
I know, right?
So, I mean, it's almost here. Let's talk about it.
Get ready to singe some eyebrows off. It's the day to do it. So we'll dive into the 4th stuff coming up in just a few minutes with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Right now, we love First Check of Traffic. Here you go. Yeah. Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. If you ever want to reach out to the morning show, the phone line and the text line, it's the same ding-dang number. So save it in your phone, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. That'll get you here in the studios with JKJ. Anything else I need to hit? Fast Five. We're going to be doing Fast Five in about an hour. So be ready to call in. It'll be the last one of the week. We're going to take a couple days off for the 4th holiday. So you'll want to call in today and try to win some tickets. We're giving away those Blues Traveler tickets for Red Rocks on the 4th with Gin Blossoms and Spin Doctors. It's going to be quite the concert. So try to call in and win today at 7:30 when we play Fast Five. Speaking of the big 4th holiday, there's this new poll out this morning for Independence Day, looking at all 50 states to see which ones are the most and least popular overall. Number 1, it's no surprise. I've been there. I love it. Hawaii. Hawaii came in as the most loved state, followed by Alaska and then Montana. Just some wide open spaces there.
Really?
Get away from people. Yeah, isn't that funny?
That is funny. I didn't expect Alaska to be number 2 on that list.
It says,
I love Alaska.
Americans are 4 times more likely to have positive feelings about Alaska and Montana and Hawaii. That's crazy. Good news. Colorado made the top 10. So that's 1, 2, 3. We are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 8th on the list. People seem to enjoy Colorado. Unless you were us yesterday sitting on Spear Boulevard for 45 minutes trying to get down to Mile High. Made me want to move. The perfect 4th of July party. 2,000 people were asked to name the top must-haves for your 4th of July party. I mean, number 1, your classic barbecue food.
Yeah.
Baked
Absolutely.
beans and brats and
Burgers.
quiche. I actually made those. Outdoor games. Cornhole is always a safe bet. Probably not jarts. I don't think they even make jarts anymore, do they? You don't want
I've
to.
never even done those.
You don't want to impale your little cousin.
No
Don't wanna
lawn
do that.
darts this year.
Great music made the list, including Denver's Mix 100 that's going commercial free from 7 to midnight on the 4th of July.
What?
You should tune into that. We are going to be the only place that you can get commercial-free music on the 4th of July. Anywhere on the planet, actually.
Yeah,
Trust
exactly.
us. The only place for commercial-free music.
We know
We did the
America's
research.
birthday.
We know a lot. This is it, you guys. And then number 2, fireworks, of course. Now, I come from a family that had a father that is a 50-year career firefighter, first responder, public defender, whatever you want to call him. 4th of July was not fun for us growing up because Dad couldn't do the fireworks. We couldn't have him around the house because it was a liability for his job.
Mm-hmm.
He essentially could have gotten fired if we were firing off fireworks. So I had to go sneak to friends' houses to do that. Dad also didn't make it very fun because he would also show us pictures from various calls that he had been on where people blew their hands off.
What?
Yeah, but those are people being stupid
That's called
with the stuff.
being scared straight, Katy.
Showed you pictures?
Yeah,
Here-
I have pictures. I still have, and it was back in the day, he had slides, like a
Oh
slideshow.
my gosh.
I still have a couple slides I came across the other day cleaning out some stuff of people with blown off fingers and stuff. And he would be like, this is what happens when you hold M80s.
Well, and that's
Well, yeah,
the thing.
don't hold them.
Yeah, and before there was Google and you could Google any image, I mean, when you saw a picture of something like that, it stuck with you.
It stuck with me to this day.
Exactly. Like you remember those things. So I can't imagine as a kid seeing something like that, not being traumatized.
And you know what? It worked. Like
immediately.
it kept me away from the dangerous stuff while all my buddies were out there blowing up snakes and stuff with these things. Yeah, it was very traumatic for me. It's very sad.
And see, I'm on the opposite end
kind
of
of
the
a bummer.
spectrum because I grew up in North Dakota where everything was legal. I mean, it was a flex.
Yeah.
Who's going to spend the most on fireworks this year?
Yeah.
I mean, it was every single year. It's a competition between you and your neighbors who can have the biggest fireworks show. Like everybody had their own professional firework display across my street, and
Which
so
is awesome.
It was
Like,
just
that's
a
so
thing.
fun.
But so many people got hurt. You're not like we would have bottle rocket wars. Like I mean, we would.
You'd be shoving
hurt
sparklers in your
ourselves.
rear end.
There were no rules, and so 4th of July came around, and it was like. You either prepared for
It was go time. It was go time. And
exactly,
again,
or
like
you-
for you and I mean, that was what, the 80s?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
and
it
90s
truly,
or
80s
so.
and 90s. So it was
Yeah.
truly a different time. My dad always talked about, he's like, he loved working on the 4th of July because that night went by so fast.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because you were on so
Yeah.
many calls, whether it was people, you know, with burnt scrotums or, you know, because they were messing around or, you know, people setting things on fire.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was an awesome night to be a firefighter. It was busy, busy, busy.
Well, and not only that, but like where I'm from, again, to light the fireworks was such a huge deal.
an
Like
honor.
if you got the punk
Yes.
to go
The
light
punk.
the fuse to
Yep.
the firework.
old-
And then you run off.
It was
"Ah!"
a big deal. And I loved to do that until I was about 8 or 9. And I lit one of those. It was a plane that flew up in the air and then blew up. That was its whole thing. And it got stuck in my curly hair. This plane got
See,
stuck. And then
you
it was
could have
a
been
dud.
a picture that my dad showed me.
I know, but it was a dud and it didn't explode. But to this day, like I
Wow.
still
Could've
have
singed ya.
anxiety thinking about it. And since I was 9 on, I had no urge to light the fireworks.
It's smart. It
I
changed
sat
you.
in a lawn
It
chair
changed you.
on the driveway, and I let everybody else do it. My cousins fought for the right to light the fireworks. I
That's
was like,
awesome.
you do you, you do
That's
you,
awesome.
Keith.
So funny.
Hey, listen, at any time, if anybody's got 4th of July memories or a fireworks story, phone lines are going to be wide open all morning. 303-691-1-MIX, 303-691-1649 if you want to share any sort of 4th of July mishap that happened. One of my favorites is I had a buddy growing up, and this was later on. This was in high school, but he did make the pilgrimage every year to Wyoming to drop $1,000
Yeah.
on all the naughty
it's so
stuff.
funny. Wyoming has those fireworks stands on the border.
I
of
know.
That's
Wyoming.
exactly what he would do.
Yeah.
It's like
right there.
As soon as you cross, boom. So they would go up every year and buy, $1,000 worth of stuff. And then he would come home and make these homemade mortars. So it was essentially like a piece of plywood, and they buy these tubes and they'd glue them down on the plywood, and he'd have 50 of them.
Yep.
And they'd shove the balls in there and then, string them all together and thump, 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 thump. So I was over there one night on the 4th, and he lit it, and thump, thump, thump. Everything's going well. They start firing off, and then one kind of misfired and blew out and knocked the whole thing on its side. So
Oh my
they were all
gosh.
going thump, 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 thump,
That's
thump
the
across
best.
the street.
Firework roulette, baby.
And then the neighbor across the street had a giant bay window in the front, and one of them went through and smashed the window. So then the rest of them, maybe 20 more, thump, thump, thump right into
the
guy's house. And how it didn't catch on fire or explode is beyond me. But that was a oh crap moment on 4th of July. And from there on out, we never had 4th of July at his house.
Yeah, but Jer, how fun was that?
His mom put the kibosh on it. It was terrifying.
I
Are
know,
you kidding
right?
me?
But you're laughing and talking about it now, and you survived. You're
Oh
good.
my
Back then we were
gosh.
like, oh my God, we were running. And I remember his dad running across the street, grabbing the garden hose, getting ready. And then that neighbor in the house trying to put, tamp down smoke and everything. It was an intense.
Smokey
they're
the Bear
bombs.
comes around the
They're
corner.
bombs.
Only you. I know.
They're
my
little
gosh.
tiny bombs, and the bad things that happen. And look, I'm so pro firework because I have worked at a fireworks stand for like 14 years.
Yeah.
And my neighbors in my parents' neighborhood own a fireworks stand. They've been doing it since the 80s. And so like they sell all the legal ones. Obviously, there are differences in Colorado from what you can buy to Wyoming and around the nation. So but they kind of recruited me as a young teenager, and I was like, absolutely. I was a boy that was like, I get to play and sell fireworks? Yes, please, sign me up. It was awesome. It was so much fun. It was so cool to see all these other young adults selling fireworks and how excited kids and families would be to come into the tent and buy these fireworks. And they would buy, there was the annual sale of like, we would have people come in and be like, hey, we're back, and buy $5,000 to $6,000 worth of fireworks.
Yeah,
in
I don't
that
get
one
that.
sitting.
I don't get that.
And it's
See, I'm a bad
insane.
parent because my kids are like, let's go buy fireworks. Let's go. And I give them the line of like, why don't we go out in the street, grab a couple $20 bills and just set them on fire?
That's not as fun.
Because
So you don't
essentially
have to
that's what
spend
you're doing.
Thousands of dollars, and you don't have to do
Even,
$20.
it's
Like
like,
you
ugh.
can do the little tiny ones, and it's not just the showers. Like they do like fireballs. They do
I
so
know,
many
they're
different
so-
things, and they're beautiful. Like they're
Yeah.
actually
Hey,
so cool.
kids love them, right?
Yeah.
And the kids do love them.
Well,
and
Grown
like,
adults are like, oh, there goes $100.
You give them each $20 and you let them get their own little fun
Yeah.
pack, right? They get the snakes.
Yeah.
They
Some
get the
snaps.
little things, the snaps that
The tanks.
snap on the
I'm a 30-year-old
tanks,
man,
the
and I'm loving
boosters.
snaps.
Exactly, the fountains. Didn't you say, Josh, once that the fireworks stand you were at accidentally sold not legal
Yes.
fireworks?
So, okay, this is the thing. So we have these things. They're called like family packs,
Yeah.
and it's if you don't want to look around the store and you just want to be there in and out, you can buy a family pack, and it kind of gives you an array of everything. You know,
Yeah.
the small little ones from the snaps to the big fountains. They're you know the end of the show basically. So we get loads and pallets of these things, and we're on the 4th of July, on the day of. That's obviously the busiest day because everyone's like, "Oh crap, it's the 4th, time
Yeah.
to buy the fireworks." And so we are unloading these things as we're getting shipments in. We're going crazy. And all of a sudden, these guys start buying them like crazy. Like, we love them. And they come back about 45 minutes later. They're like, we set off some of your fireworks just to have some fun with the family. And they're like, they're shooting into the air.
Oh.
And we're like, yeah, like showers of sparks. And, and no. They're shooting into the air and
Whoopsies.
exploding. And so we are like, oh my gosh. So we go and read.
Got shipped to the
ones-
wrong place, huh?
They were supposed to be shipped out to Wyoming. And they came to us. And so we're like,
Awesome. So you took them all
my
home.
Gosh. Well, we all took them off the shelf right away,
Yeah.
obviously. And it
Funny.
was one of the funniest things ever because that's the only time in my tenure there that we had like an actual mishap of that. It was crazy,
Funny.
but like I'm sorry. I'm pro.
You're pro
firework.
firework.
I love it.
Why do I feel like you work in the tent and this was a kid coming up talking? That was you every
Yes,
fourth, buddy.
Every single
And now by
day.
law, I have to play firework. Denver's best music. It's Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. We were joking there about the firework names. There's actually a website this morning, theboot.com, which is the country website, but they did a roundup of fireworks with ridiculous names. I pulled some of my favorites. One's called Unicorn Puke, the Redneck Finale, the Popo Magnet, the Light and Run, and then my personal favorite, they say this is a super loud one. They call it the Neighbor Hater.
Oh, my gosh.
There's a list
good.
of like 50 of them. I posted the link on our Facebook, Jeremy, Katy, Josh, if you want to check them out. All right, coming up, we've got our Mile High Hype. We'll get you updated on everything that is going on in the world, including a company going all in for Christmas in July. If you think Tupac is still alive, you're going to want to hear the story I have for you. And a very adventurous young lady named Lily Phillips. We'll be doing that and more coming up during Mile High Hype. And yeah, I'm going to play this through traffic, I think. Go ahead, Aaron. Hey, don't forget Mix 100 is your all-access station this summer. We're hooking you up with the biggest concerts, the biggest events. We're sending our listeners there because we got tickets out the yin-yang. We're calling it Mix 100's all-access summer. We'll be hooking you up at 7:30 today when we play Fast 5. I've got Blues Traveler tickets for you. They're coming to Red Rocks on the 4th of July. Should be a banger of a show, so try to call in today at 7:30 when we play Fast 5. And again, all part of Mix 100's all-access summer. Let's get our hype on. Well, it's that time of year again. Hallmark's annual Christmas in July programming kicks off on Saturday.
I'm so excited.
Saturday. All sorts of Christmas stuff.
What?
What? What do you mean, what?
That's all Hallmark does.
They love
I
Christmas,
know,
Katy Cat.
Big city girl goes back to her small town.
I know.
Meets the handsome
On a tree farm?
Christmas tree
right.
cutter.
Yeah,
He leaves his
exactly.
corporate job in New York and decides to become a
Tree farmer.
a
Honey,
tree
I just-
farmer or
Yes.
I just made too
Something.
much money in New York.
Yes,
you
he
know?
raises reindeer. It's
Yep.
it's always something
It's a
like
lot
that.
of real life
It's
stuff.
always-
real life stuff. There's going to be some sort of 4-part docuseries about Hallmark superfans who went on their very first Christmas cruise last November. They're going to be airing that. There's also going to be a TV premiere of Unwrapping Christmas, which is some sort of film series, a collection of 4 movies that were originally only available to stream on Hallmark Plus. Who cares? And there's an 8-episode limited series called Holidays. Oh, Bart.
Oh
I
my
know my
gosh.
mom.
Who's watching all this?
My mother, shout out Carrie.
Oh,
She
God.
is a Hallmark woman.
She's a Hallmark
That's
woman.
funny.
She loves it.
That's crazy.
Yep,
All
she's like,
right.
I got to get my Hallmarks.
That's why they're doing it. That's why they're doing it. All right, fans of Tupac who think he's still alive, this might just burst your bubble. Suge Knight says Tupac was cremated and his ashes were smoked by family and friends.
Wow.
He did an interview from prison,
Can't.
and they said they smoked Mr. Tupac.
Unlock
I
New
can't
Year.
even.
do that.
Why?
Don't-
What?
Don't let anyone smoke me, okay?
So did they sprinkle
Promise
Did
me.
they sprinkle them on some of the marijuana?
They have to. Yeah, exactly.
They did a
That's
little
exactly
pre-roll?
what they did. And
I wonder what Katie would taste like if we smoked her.
don't let
You're like-
anybody smoke me.
I don't want to smoke Katie.
Please
KFC.
don't.
You probably taste
know.
like a junior
Probably-
bacon cheeseburger.
Exactly. You don't want that. You don't want that in your life. I didn't know we did this with people. Like,
I didn't either.
It's
I
very.
could not
It
believe
seems
it.
tough and street,
My
and
goodness.
very
Bro, I don't wanna be
gangsta. I
smoked.
guess.
I don't
can
wanna
you
be
put that in your
smoked.
will? Do not
Please
want
don't
to be smoked.
smoke me.
He got smoked and then got smoked
I
again.
know, exactly.
Oh my God. So anyway,
Jeez.
that's what happened to Mr. Tupac. Have you all heard of this delightful young lady named Lily Phillips? She has recently claimed to have cuddled with 1,113 men in 12 hours,
That's a
Oh,
lot of men.
aiming to reclaim a very controversial world record. That's a lot of cuddling, you guys. That is
I don't
a
understand.
lot of cuddling. Here she is. Did she say yesterday? Why does she sound so chipper and happy?
Can I say how
How?
elegantly she put it? Like it sounds
It
so
sounds lovely the way she
good.
puts it.
That's
I want to know the logistics behind this. I need to.
Well, I mean,
she
it's
sounded
not.
tired.
Who's
Jeremy.
sitting
She
down?
sounded a little
No, she
tired.
sounded so chipper and excited to me. She didn't
Here's
sound
the thing,
tired at
though.
all.
What I can't get behind on these things is everyone can do this. It's not like it's a talent that we haven't seen before. I mean, this is something that everyone in the existence of humans is able to do for the most part. And so for people to like want to, create
would you
a world
want to?
record by doing so, it's like I walked more than anybody today. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's a
it's
little
like,
different.
It's not very impressive to me because it's something we can
What,
all do. You just did it a lot.
What,
You
we can't.
know?
We can't
I
talk too
know.
much about this.
No,
Like, I want to know the
and we're
logistics of that many. Like, what? Never mind.
No,
Like, what
that's a
goes
good
into that?
question.
Like,
That's
is
a good
it?
question.
Do you have to cuddle for a long time, or is it a quick cuddle?
Just a side hug.
Is it a side hug?
Yeah.
A bro hug? Or are you doing bear hugs?
Yep.
We just tapping each other on
Until
the back.
you're
What's
tired of
happening?
doing bear hugs, and then the next guy will cuddle.
What is the level of hug?
Well, then do you roll over and go to bed?
And
you know?
honestly, who's watching all 12 hours of that?
And remember, we can all hug, so it's not very impressive.
My God. Okay, let's move on to something else.
Parents are proud.
Ryan Seacrest is in the news today because he posted some pictures on Monday where he's just living life. He's just farting around on his Instagram. But the internet is saying that he looks too thin. Have you seen the pictures of him?
Oh, poor Ryan.
He looks
like he
actually
might
quite frail.
He looked like he might have gone on
He's
Ozempic
frail.
or something.
He looks frail, and it looks like he's taken skinny drugs. There you go. That's the quote from a couple people. There's a visible change in his appearance. I don't know. Ryan's 50 years old. He's just staying trim and thin because he does so much. He's got no time to eat.
He is everywhere.
He's a busy
man.
dude. We've got that stupid Wheel of Fortune on in the house every night. Nick Nack loves watching Wheel of Fortune.
I gotta say, I don't mind him as a host.
Yeah.
I really don't.
What are you doing over there,
He
Katie?
does a good job. I'm looking at his picture.
Oh,
I
okay.
had to bring it
He
up
looks
and
a little
look at
thin.
him. He does. But you're right. I mean,
Looks a little-
he's a busy
little
guy.
He's
It's
a
the summer
busy guy.
months.
Oh, I forgot
you
to eat
know?
today.
Not
Oh,
as
no.
busy as that Lily girl, though.
Ooh.
That was only 12
I feel like
hours
she'd
here.
be a little thinner. I don't know. And then Squid Game season 3 is breaking Netflix records.
Oh.
60 million viewers in 3 days.
Uh.
I watched season 1 of that.
Yeah,
I was kind of like, meh.
I watched season 1 and I loved it, and then I just got Netflix back, and that's one of the shows I
Oh,
was
we
excited
know.
to watch. And I got like
We
an
know.
episode and a half into season 2, and I was like, oh, I don't know, but maybe season 3 is where I bring it all back and it gets you hooked again.
Katie told me yesterday that she got Netflix and she's on her couch for 6 to 7 hours a day
That's
watching
not what I
Netflix.
said.
She's
I
like,
heard
she's
8.
like, I haven't
That's
left
not
my
what I
house.
said.
All I do is watch Netflix.
No, I get a little
It's
obsessed with
nonstop.
shows. I do, but I feel like I reached the end of Netflix already in 1 week,
Nine,
and now
see,
I don't know what
6
to watch.
to 7 hours a day just laying there.
I've seen every show on Netflix.
You watched everything on Netflix
I think
within
I
a week.
did. I think I did. Yeah.
I haven't left my house. She goes outside and then she's like, "The sun is so bright.
It
What is
sounds
this? It's
bright.
burning my eyes."
Bright
Fireball
light.
bad.
Oh,
Bright
bless your
light.
heart. All right, what's going on locally?
All right, well, let's talk about the end of an era with Denver's music scene. I know the Underground Music Showcase. So they are going to call it quits after 25 years in existence. This year's show at the end of July will be the final in its current form. So they promise it's going to be lit. They're going to close it out with a bang, but the festivities are going to take place Friday, July 25th through Sunday, July 27th. Jamie Duffy helps run the festival and has more.
She sounds like Lily Phillips.
I know. It's
Also going
very
out with a bang.
emotional right there. Oh man,
Jeremy.
I don't know
very
how to feel.
emotional.
Closing down.
That's funny. Underground Music
Different
Showcase,
bang.
however, they're saying it's going to be the final year in its current form. So no word on whether or not it'll come back in a smaller capacity.
It's going to be above ground
or
next year. There
Exactly,
we go.
right? Above Ground Music Festival. Hey, the Rockies are doing something.
Uh-oh.
Well, the front office marketing part of it anyway. They've decided they're going to put a jersey patch on their unis, a sponsor patch.
Worst
So
team
the
ever.
Denver-based York Space Systems is what you'll see them rocking. The Rockies said fans at Coors Field will see York branded in-venue signage, including third baseline and LED placements as well. But this is a new thing that the MLB is doing where they're allowing sponsor patches on the uniforms. And I don't know if it's going to encourage people to come out to Coors
I hate
Field
it.
or not.
I hate
but
it. It's,
I know.
It's slowly being accepted. I mean, look,
It's
it
no different
started with
than
like
NASCAR.
NASCAR. It
Yeah.
started with the Euro leagues
Who
in
cares?
football. It makes them look so ugly. It looks so busy, and the NFL doesn't do
Their
it because they
record
make
makes them
so
look
much.
ugly.
Well, you're right, but no, the NHL does it. The Avs have patches. The Nuggets have patches, and then I guess the Rockies have patches.
It's a
now.
business, man.
It is. Yeah,
It
why
is
a
not sell the
business.
space? I get it.
I would
Why
wear
not?
a patch here in the studio if they paid me.
Yeah.
What would my
Right.
patch be?
Me too.
Zero res.
Zero res.
Spell it backwards or forwards, Jared?
Exactly.
Zero res. Or Build-A-Bear.
Build a
One or the other.
Katie's
One
would
of
be
them.
KFC.
I was always
Yes,
pushing for
yes.
Mile High to be sponsored by Build-A-Bear, so it would be Build-A-Bear Stadium.
Oh
I was
my
really, or Hot
gosh.
Topic. That would have
That's
been awesome.
amazing.
Well,
Hot
20
Topic
years.
Stadium.
Tonight at Build-A-Bear
What would
Stadium.
Katie's be?
Build-A-Bear Dome.
It
Fried
used to be
chicken.
KFC, wouldn't it?
Fried chicken all
No,
day.
you gotta have a brand.
want
not
Popeyes?
fried chicken.
Yeah.
You can't just have a chicken
chicken
breast on your
leg.
shirt.
Oh.
What's your
Dang it.
favorite?
It depends on what I'm getting, but I'd say two, probably Popeyes and Dave's Hot Chicken.
What would
Those are
mine
my
be?
two favorite. Yeah, so maybe I'd have one on each arm.
Josh, you would be
Flex. Legos. You have a
Legos
Lego
would be good.
patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
There you go.
Star Wars. One
Yeah,
or
it's
the
not-
other.
Is it a brand? Legos is good.
it?
I like
Okay.
Legos.
Legos.
Legos,
There we
sign me.
go. We'll get our own little patches. Hey, local Denver man says he wants to see 100,000 bikes on the road. We're talking actual bikes,
Well,
like
that sounds
push pedal
horrible.
bikes. Well, this is
It's hard
love
enough
this
to pass
idea.
them on the back roads.
So his name is Avi Stopper, and he has developed an app to get things
God.
going. He's the creator of Bike Streets, and it is a neat concept. So he began creating the map after years of biking to work and realizing that the official city bike routes weren't always the safest or most comfortable option. So he created this app to where you can put in a destination and it'll show you how to get there using the safest city streets and whatnot.
Oh,
It's
that's
awesome.
great.
Avi says, yeah, it's a win-win for everybody.
Oh, yeah,
Jer.
except drivers.
Yay.
Behind these people on Spear.
No.
Why does he sound like
Filled
the
with
turtle
joy.
from Finding Nemo?
Dude, he
Because
Crush, dude.
Crush.
Everybody
No,
just chill out.
And here's the thing, he's not going to take you on Spear. He's going to take you on residential streets that you wouldn't think biking down. Now, as someone who goes on the bike trails quite often, they are a little sketch sometimes. Like you have to worry about your safety when you're crossing busy streets and whatnot. So he creates a path that kind of takes you out of the way of danger, and it's still very scenic and beautiful. So it's extremely enjoyable, and I love it. I think again, his goal for the whole thing is to see 100,000 bikes on the road, getting from place to place.
Well,
Yeah.
time to move.
Oh,
Don't you love
man.
Time
that?
to move. No.
Montana's looking
No,
real
I
good.
don't
on.
like
I hate
100,000
that.
bikes on the road.
Okay, so he said that.
How many more
again,
people are going to be injured?
But
Yeah,
the
what?
thing is when you're out there driving,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot less cars on the road,
Doubt
and
it.
so the traffic will be a
Highly
lot
doubt
less.
it.
This is going to help
yeah.
everybody.
I also don't like it when people bike to work because when they get here, they stink and they're all
smell
sweaty.
horrible.
They're really sweaty.
We have
There's
a
one
guy at
guy,
the sports station
thick,
that bikes, and I worked very closely
Pungent.
with him, and it's
pungent.
smelly.
We
Get
should
him
have
in
some
an
showers
air-conditioned Miata immediately.
We could take a little, dip in the shower when we get here. But I did bike to work one time, and you're right. I wish I brought a
Sweaty.
change
You
of
were
clothes.
so sweaty.
I didn't realize
He's
that
like, biking was a bad
the way
idea.
back was all uphill.
I know, I didn't. I was like, oh my gosh, the way back killed me. Holy moly.
You were
But
so
Longer than
sweaty.
you thought.
I was very sweaty, but
You
it
poor
was
thing.
fun. Hey, a basketball star's coming to Colorado.
Who is this?
Colorado's own Derek White. is
Love
gonna
this
be
guy.
hosting. I love him.
Good
He's a-
guy.
I don't like the Celtics except for him.
He's
the
actually a-
one
I was
guy
going to
on
say the same
Celtics.
thing.
Yeah.
No, he's cool.
He went to, Boulder.
UCCS and then Boulder.
Yeah.
He transferred, and he's a Colorado through and through. I believe he went to high school here as well. And super, super cool dude. World champion, by the way, as
Yes,
well.
Boston
When Boston won
Celtics.
a year
How about
after the
that?
Nuggets. So
Why is he
Yeah.
coming to town?
Cool
he
dude.
is going to run a basketball camp for the youth, Jer.
All right.
In
Giving back to
Parker.
his communities.
Yes, in Parker from July 8th through the 10th, and it's split into a bunch of sessions, but it looks like ages from 6 all the way up to 17, and you'll learn dribbling,
I was gonna
passing,
sign up for
speed,
it.
agility, shooting, all the good stuff. I actually
honestly, he'd
worked.
probably let you join.
I worked with Derek White's cousin Matt over in Grand Junction, and we're still close friends over here. But
Whoa, name dropper.
Matt wears the Boston Celtics jersey to every game where Boston's in town playing the Nuggets. He's a
As you
huge,
should. I
He's
mean-
a
His
huge
brother.
Nuggets fan. Well, his cousin. He's a
Oh,
huge
cousin.
Nuggets fan through and
Close.
through. But when the Celtics come to town, he's got to support Derek White. You've got
Yes,
to. And again,
absolutely. Family
local little
first.
Good guy.
tie-in. Ooh, okay. And shout out to the Lakewood Police Department. So a few of their officers were off duty up in Blackhawk recently, and they came to the rescue of someone in need. Now, a few nights ago, agents Naro, Pacheco, and Faluscu were enjoying an off-duty visit to Blackhawk.
Sounds like a cop show.
I know, right?
Hey, let's go. Let's go get this bad guy.
The guest became unconscious and stopped breathing, and all three of them jumped into action. They performed CPR for nearly 3 minutes until people could come and administer an automated external defibrillator
AED.
and continue CPR until local EMS arrived on the scene and took over. Looks like this guest is going to be okay, but they're really applauding the efforts of these 3 off-duty police officers, because if they hadn't jumped into action, who knows what would have happened?
Yeah.
You
They're
know,
heroes.
They are absolutely heroes.
Give them the key to the city.
They didn't hesitate. They just got
part of
in
the gig,
and
man.
did it. I
love that.
That's really
it
cool.
really is so admirable, because I
Yes.
know I've seen people. I was at a restaurant
Katie's
once
a
and
freezer. Let's just
somebody
say that.
started choking.
She's a
and
freezer.
I am. I just was like, I couldn't even talk. I didn't know what to do. But somebody thankfully jumped into action and was able to help this person choking, because, yeah, I was not the
You
person
seized
to do.
up.
I was
If
not
there's
the
ever an
person.
emergency, don't have Katie
Oh my
around.
gosh! I mean, I will hug you after. I'll give you a
After.
big hug.
You
Like,
almost
I'm
died.
so glad you're okay. But yeah, you don't want me helping in the moment. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then just one more story, because
Funny.
I am being affected by allergies so bad this week. Like, sneezing and my eyes are watering, and there's just so much stuff going on. And it's because there's an unusual surge of dust blowing into Colorado from New Mexico.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Mexico. I'm telling you, even for people
Are you
like
serious?
me who don't typically have allergies, and this is different than pollen, because that
Well,
is
dust is
typically
different, yes.
annoying
True.
for allergy sufferers. But this dust acts as an irritant, and that means it can bother almost anyone. And it
Sounds like a few of our interns.
Woo, dude.
Booyah.
Dusty. Is that you calling them Dusty?
No, they're
Bothersome.
irritants.
Oh,
Irritant.
irritant. There we
Katie.
go. I'm
Katie.
sorry. I missed it.
Jared, they're
I
dusty.
missed
Like,
it.
what-
I'm
they-
sorry.
what's going on?
like they're rolling around in it? Like, what is happening?
Katie, we
but
love you.
yeah, they're saying that just taking regular allergy medication will still work for the dust. So there you go.
There you go.
Allegra. It's that kind of day.
Flying off the show.
Woo-wee.
There you go, guys. There's your Mile High Hype with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh in the morning. Coming up at 7:30, another fun version of Fast Five with some Blues Traveler concert tickets up for grabs. They're coming to Red Rocks, all part of Mix 100's All Access Summer. So be ready to call in and play. It's been a little easier to get in this week. I will tell you that, because people are taking this week a little vacation time. So here's the number, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. I'll get you in the studios for Fast Five. Let's see what Mr. Aaron has to say about traffic. Yeah, Denver's best music. Mix 100, playing a little Teddy Swims. My mom says that's her boyfriend. She really likes him, Katie.
How's your dad feel about that?
They've been married forever. He's like, fine. Take her off my hands, for God's sakes. That's great.
Show her a good time, Mr. Swims.
She went out and bought a Teddy Swims compact disc.
Oh,
That's how much she loves him. Put it in the
that.
old 5-disc changer there in the family room, and
Not his album on iTunes, but yeah.
a compact disc, Katie.
That's good.
A CD.
That's good.
We're going to be diving into Fast 5 here in just a second, but before we do, I want to give you guys a heads up on something I'm doing. It's my 4th annual Pint for Pint blood drive. A few more days to sign up for this event. It's going down July 13th in Arvada. What you do is you come down and you donate a pint of blood to Vitalent Blood Bank donations. They're going to be down there with their big old blood bus. We'll be set up at the Colorado Tap House on the 13th. And what you do is you come down and you donate that pint of blood, and the Colorado Tap House will turn around and give you a voucher for a free pint of beer on your next visit. How great is that?
That's amazing.
Now, these events fill up every time I do them. So hop on. I think there's a few more spots. It'll be noon to 4 on Sunday, July 13th. Go to mix100.com, click the Pint for Pint link, which is right there on the homepage, and then there's a donation link. And you sign up, reserve your time. We need you to do that because we need to know how many blood bank volunteers need to be down there, essentially, to poke you and drain you. So mix100.com, click the Pint for Pint link. Again, that's July 13th at the Colorado Tap House in Arvada from noon to 4. I'm going to be hanging out there the entire time. I think Katie and Josh might pop in from time to time.
Absolutely.
And it's just such an important event. The blood banks are always so low on blood. So please come and donate. It's a good time. You get to meet the morning show, Pint for Pint Blood Drive, July 13th. All the deets, mix100.com. Let's have some fun and play some Fast 5.
Love it.
Well, let's see how many people are around this morning. You might be all on vacation. I don't know. But it'll be easier to get in and play Fast 5 today, I guarantee you. So give us a call, 303-691-1-MIX, 303-691-1649, especially if you've never done it. It will be easier to get in today. A lot of people are on their 4th of July break. So call in. It's a lot of fun. You get to become a little radio superstar for a couple minutes and talk to me and Katie. Josh is in the other room grabbing the phones. 303-691-1-MIX, 303-691-1649. Here's how it works. We'll get you on the air, get to know you a little bit, and then I'll toss a category at you and start a 10-second timer. And within those 10 seconds, you've got to give me 5 things that have to do with that category. Now, the charm of this game is sometimes it goes really quick and sometimes it goes a minute.
Yeah.
Because you get some stumpers. Yesterday, it went quick.
It
I think we did
did.
2 people, didn't we?
Number 2, getting
Wow.
the big win. But yeah, you have asked for like 5 different Pilates moves, body parts that start with a B. And then yesterday you did ask for 5 Metallica songs. And the one that won it was name 5 of any of the Kardashian or Jenners. And yeah, we had an expert.
She
an
was
expert
so
in Kristen.
good. She's like, I watch all of them.
Yeah, right. I love them.
Oh, that's great. All right, so call in. Again, Josh is quickly working through these lines. He's got actually full lines. So 303-691-1-MIX, 303-691-1649. Get you in the studios for Fast 5. And now here's the biggie. What you're playing for today.
Yeah,
Tell
it's
us.
like 3 concerts in one because you're going to be going to Red Rocks on the 4th of July to see Spin Doctors, Gin Blossoms, and Blues Traveler headlining that show. So, oh my God, your 4th of July is going to be, it's going to be like fireworks.
It really is.
I didn't think of anything.
It's a big concert.
So sparkly.
It's so popular every year because Blues Traveler comes to Red Rocks every 4th of July. So if you want to win those tickets, it's time to call now. It's part of Mix 100's All Access Summer. 303-691-1-MIX, 303-691-1649. We'll get you in the studios for Fast 5. It looks like we have 1 open line right now. So try to call in. Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Hello. What are you doing today?
I am taking a blood test today.
Are you really? Speaking of blood?
Yes.
Well, I hope it's
Yes.
nothing serious.
No, I've just never done it before. I'm 29. I want to have kids. I just want to make sure everything is checked off the list, or if I need to change anything, before I have to start. So
Yeah, that's smart.
Head start.
It's a nice to have that baseline, all your levels and everything.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
very wise. I
That
do that
is-
every year at my physical. I get the blood work
Do you
done.
really?
Oh, wow.
I do.
But that's really responsible for Christine in her 20s to get it done, right?
That's very
Like,
smart.
I know for me, I was like, Mountain Dew
Baseline.
for breakfast is fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
My levels
so-
of sarcasm are always incredibly high in my blood.
Yeah, are
I've
they?
noticed
Oh,
when the
yeah.
results come back,
I can
the
imagine.
sarcasm is really high.
Oh, that's funny. Running through your veins.
It's running through my veins. I got to work on that, definitely. All right, Christine. Well, you have fun getting poked today, which sounds
Thank you.
incredibly inappropriate. But
Yeah,
let's
gotta be
do
a better way. But
let's
here
do
we
some
go.
fast five with you. Oh Lord! All right, this one came in from a listener. We love it when you guys participate and send us fast fives. No sequels. One per franchise, but in 10 seconds, give me 5 movies about aliens. Go.
Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Yeah.
Lover That Gets There. There's literally so many. That's embarrassing.
Literally so many. That little movie called E.T.
I did so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Slow for my time.
Yeah, you could
Sorry.
have just said Alien, the original Alien. All right.
No sequels.
Oh, that's right, because you said
Yeah,
Alien Predator,
exactly.
huh? Yeah.
She was following the rules, Jeremy.
You're very wise. You're very wise. Christine, we love you to pieces. Have a great day, and thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.
Later, Gator. Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Hey, says you're going to basketball camp. Is that you? Are you in the camp?
No, not me. It's my son.
Dribble, dribble.
Double dribble. My son does a couple basketball camps every summer, and he loves them. Loves
Yes,
them.
my son loves it too.
It's such good bonding. It gets them off their screens. It's teamwork,
That's the goal.
sportsmanship. It's everything.
Well, I'm
It's so
telling you,
good.
too, like, as someone who went through those basketball camps, it gives you a lot of confidence going into that next season, too, just being a little bit more prepared going into it, you
Sure,
know?
absolutely.
So good for your son.
Learning mad skills.
Yeah.
Right on. Well,
Right.
what are you doing today, Jennifer? Anything good?
Oh, I wish. After I drop him off, I'm going to work.
Oh, yeah.
Womp, womp, womp. All right.
Where
we'll
you
go,
work, Jennifer?
Go make that money.
I work at a law firm.
Oh.
All right.
You really
good.
are making that money. Hey.
Making bank. All right. Let's do some fast five with you. Katie came up with this one. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 famous Kates or Katies. Go.
Oh, Katie Holmes,
Yes.
Kate Bush,
Sure.
Kate, and the lady that has all those kids.
Oh, the Kate
John
plus
and
8.
Kate plus 8. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That was 3, though.
Kate
Yay.
Beckinsale, Kate Bosworth, Kate Hudson, and Katie on Mix 100.
Oh, darn.
Oh,
It's all good.
the obvious one, right? Jennifer, you
Right.
didn't get it, but you have a great little, what is today? Wednesday. And we will maybe
Okay, you too.
talk to you next week. See you
Have
later.
a good 4th. Bye.
That opened up 2 phone lines. Like I said, it's going to be easier to get in today. A lot of people are on vacation for Fast 5. 303-6911-MIX. 303-691-1649. We'll get you in the studios. Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Hi. You're working today, too, I bet.
I am, but I kind of have a fun job, so it's not too bad.
Oh.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
I'm a service dog trainer for a local nonprofit.
Oh, that is a good job.
Best job. You
Puppy
get to
kisses.
Give treats all day. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, I get to hang out with puppies. It's pretty cool.
Probably a lot of
love
labs
that.
and golden retrievers.
Yes, there are. And I just wanted to shout out, we need some volunteers to raise some puppies. We just had a litter of golden lab crosses. So if anybody wants, it's at Katy Partners of the Rockies.
Hold up.
Don't. My
I
wife
know,
is going to be
right.
calling you like immediately.
Are you saying
Don't do it.
Just give
Don't
a
do
puppy while it's a puppy?
But the problem is you got to give it back.
I know,
That's
it's
the
the
hard
hardest
part.
You
that.
do, but we'll give you a brand new one and you get to start all over again.
You just always
You
get
trade
to
it
have a
in.
puppy.
You just trade it in. Yes, it's constant turds on your carpet.
Oh.
But you're doing the Lord's work.
You are. And you get puppy kisses. That
I
just trumps
know.
anything.
So let me ask you,
Oh my God, it's so rewarding.
is there ever
Yeah.
a case where you have somebody train the dog, they fall absolutely in love with it, and they get to keep it?
No, not really. You sign a contract from the get-go. Some of our dogs don't make it, and they do get adopted as pets. But
Okay.
there's usually a reason why that happens. And sometimes the puppy raiser gets first dibs, but it kind of depends. We try to find the best job suited for the dog. So.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are doing it. You got a good job.
This
Yeah.
sounds like a great
Thank
way
you.
to give
Give,
back to our community, though.
Yeah,
Like,
give the
I love
website
that.
again for people listening.
Yeah, Canine Partners of the Rockies.
There you go. That's awesome.
And we pay for everything, vet bills, food, you name it, and you just come to class once a week or every other week to learn how to train your dog.
I love it,
I
Michelle.
want to do this
Katie
so
is like
bad.
dying over here.
No, I'm gonna look into this because
Yes, please do. And if you can't raise, we also have puppy sitters. So we take the dogs for a weekend or a month at
Yeah.
a time and kind of help out a sitter or a raiser that needs help.
You guys do it all. Do you pay for food?
Yes, we pay for everything.
Everything.
It's a great deal, especially
That's great.
how expensive everything is right now. If you
Yeah.
want to try out a puppy with your family, it's a great way to get involved and test it out and do a good deed. So,
I'm telling you, I grew up with a yellow lab, one of the smartest dogs I've
Yeah.
ever been around.
Labs are the
and
best.
They're
I have been pushing. I just can't pull the trigger, but I really want a chocolate lab puppy. I want a chocolate lab
they're
puppy.
amazing.
Oh
I
my
had a
God,
chocolate
Michelle!
lab.
I
Yeah.
can't even. Every time I see when I start tearing up. It's ridiculous. I lose my man card. I will lose my man card because I was so close to my yellow lab growing up. So if I see a chocolate lab puppy, I literally start crying a little bit.
I
just
have
wanna
a
bite
golden
him.
retriever.
Ah,
Goldens are great too.
Goldens are great too. I
so
can't even.
cuddly.
All right, we gave you enough free plugs.
Well,
we gotta
now
play
that you
this
got
game.
us all puppy loved.
I know.
I just want to cuddle a puppy.
All right. Do you supply potty pads?
No,
Everything-
we're gonna make it get up and take them outside.
Okay, good,
so,
good.
yeah.
Katie, you can't do it. You're in an apartment. No potty pads in
Do
your
it.
apartment. All right. What do we have going on? What do I want to give you? Oh, here we go. In honor of 4th of July, in 10 seconds, please give me 5 foods that are either red, white, or blue. Go.
Okay. Watermelon, blueberries, hot dog. You put cheese on your burgers. That's sometimes white.
Well,
I
you
only
failed.
got 4, but
You
that
failed.
God dang it.
Hot dog. I mean milk,
They're red.
right? Half
Yeah.
and half. Green, red pepper.
was
Darn it,
cherries.
cherries. Michelle.
Aw.
Instead, you went with cheese on your hot dog.
The white cheese. She got that
sure,
one right.
we would've given it to
Watermelon,
you.
then you put the
We probably would
You'll
have
see
given it
the
to you, but that's funny. Again, thank you for calling in and plugging what you do, and I hope you get some people scooping up some
Yeah.
puppies.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great 4th. Bye, Michelle.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Hi, Kelly.
JKJ?
Hey, what are you doing, buddy?
Oh, on the awesome parking lot of I-76. It's just beautiful out here.
Just sitting there, huh? Are you just
Well,
are you
driving
going
a-
nowhere? Are you literally parked?
No, 15 miles an hour.
15.
Slow,
That's
slow crawl.
Slow crawl.
You're going somewhere.
Honk your horn right now. Honk it.
Right?
Do it. There you go.
I love that.
That'll get him moving, Kelly. You're welcome.
It's funny. I just drilled a motorcycle driver. He's just leaving it out of traffic.
He's like, ah!
He's like, nah, come on, let me go through.
What highway are you on right now?
76.
76.
Yeah.
Everybody on
76.
76. Honk your horn right now. Everybody do it. We can all be together. All right, buddy.
I don't hear nothing.
You don't hear nothing. That's because nobody's listening to us, Kelly.
Nothing.
They tuned out a long time ago. All right, buddy. What do I have for you? Let me cross out the red, white, and blue. I crossed out the aliens. Okay, this one is very subjective, but I feel like you're going to get it. It's very subjective.
Right.
Okay.
But in 10 seconds, please give me 5 things you would not want to find floating in a hot tub. Go.
Hot dog, chocolate bar, squirrel, bird, can of beer, dump truck.
Dump
Did
truck.
you just see a dump truck on the road?
That's
Is
exactly
that why?
what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can of beer, dump truck.
You good, Kelly. Way to go.
You got 6. So I wouldn't mind the beer in there, but all right, you got
Yeah, Kelly.
it. Kelly, you are going to go to Red Rocks on the 4th of July to go see Blues Travelers, Spin Doctors, and Gin Blossoms, man. That's a huge concert.
Right on.
You right on with your right on, bro. All right,
Yeah.
Kelly. Yeah, dude. All right, we're going to let you calm down, and I'm going to put you on hold, and you're going to talk to Josh, and he'll tell you how to get those tickets. All right, my man?
All right. Thank you, JKJ.
Holla at you. Enjoy your 4th. That's it, Katy Cat. That's the last one for the week for us. We're going to take a couple days off for the holiday, but Fast 5 will be back on Monday.
Yeah.
Do we know our prize yet?
I
I saw an email go out. Don't worry about it if you don't.
Okay. Well, I'm just excited for everybody to go check out that Blues Traveler show this weekend. So
Are ya?
congrats to everyone who won tickets this week. Oh, yeah. That's
Oh,
going to be a
yeah.
great way to celebrate the 4th.
Right on. There you go, guys. Fast 5 will be back bright and early on Monday morning. All right, coming up at 8 o'clock, we've got a couple of listener emails we're going to roll through, including one. No, actually, is it me today? Oh, it is me today.
Is it you today?
Check out my notes. I'm going to talk about a buddy of mine who has incredible good luck. He's getting all sorts of stuff for free. So if you want to sound off at 8 o'clock tonight, we want to know the best stuff that you've ever received for free or maybe that you've won. We'll dive into that at 8 o'clock, coming up with JKJ. And speaking of that concert this weekend, I might toss on some Spin Doctors here in a couple minutes. If you ask real nice, Katie.
Are you going to do 2 Princes?
If you ask real nice,
Hey, pretty please.
I might toss that on here in a couple minutes.
Please.
Okay, all right, I'll do it. Right now, it's traffic time. Yeah, if you want to see what's going on here in the studios, we've got a live feed that goes all morning long. All you have to do is hop onto that YouTube app and search Mix 100 Denver, and you're in the studios with us here in Lone Tree, Colorado. Brought to you by our good friends at Safeway. They sponsored that live feed, and I do want to give some love as well to Groove Subaru, who actually sponsors this entire morning show. So thank you to Groove Subaru. Your fast, fun, and friendly way to drive happy. If you're looking for a new vehicle, want to browse that online inventory, just hop on over to groovesubaru.com. And if you're down at the dealership this weekend, ask them how you can save up to $2,000 off any vehicle on their lot. Again, groovesubaru.com. Hey guys, I say we play a little Drew's Daily Dad Joke action. Oh!
That's good.
Good old beaver joke.
Yeah.
Yay, Drew with his beaver joke.
We all love a good beaver joke.
Thanks,
Yeah.
buddy. Thanks for sending those in. We are going to hop into a little bit of a story from me here in a few minutes, talking about a buddy of mine who's had just extremely good luck. So be thinking in your own personal life, if you've ever received something for free or if you've won something that was just awesome, we want to hear about it. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649 will get you in the studios to tell your stories. That's the same number for our text line, too, if you want to text them in. Did you hear about the hot new thing this time of year called Summerween? It's a big craze that mixes Summerween. I know, I know.
Wait.
Also sounds
a
very naughty.
second.
I'm on my Summerween journey.
And that 18-month dry spell.
Yeah,
Don't
Katie
get
loves that
arrested.
summer ween. It is the craze of mixing Halloween with fun summer vibes.
Okay, that makes more
So
sense.
you're carving watermelon jack-o'-lanterns. You're maybe making
Oh.
popsicle skeletons, things like that. And they're calling it the Summer Ween is what they're calling it. You got me thrown off
I
saying
know,
it.
Sorry.
I
All I can
Sorry.
think about is Katie getting some action now.
Maybe you could think of a different name
I
for
know,
it.
right?
But
Can we switch it? Here's a news story talking about it. Oh, boosted sales,
new
Katie.
fun.
stuff.
Oh, gosh.
You into it?
It is pretty
Katie's
funny.
into
Yeah.
Would you do
I'm
this?
into it.
Do you like Halloween?
I think the watermelon as a jack-o'-lantern's interesting. I may have
That's
to go
pretty
do that.
good.
Is right? That sounds fun.
You can't really hollow out a wallet. Can you?
Yeah, why
Hollow
not?
out
You would
a
just
watermelon?
What are
do
you
the
talking
same
about?
thing that you would do with a pumpkin. You would just take the top off.
Way
it's
easier,
different.
too. Way easier.
No, yeah.
It's different consistency. Okay.
You would do the same, I feel like. Maybe take a little bit of the bottom off to keep it flat,
Yeah.
right?
A little off the bottom, a
Little
little
off the
top,
bottom. Yeah.
You guys are cute how you're puzzling out how to carve a watermelon. That's really cute. That's really cute.
You know, priorities.
I like this. I don't know.
Yeah. It's way overkill.
It's way overkill is right, buddy.
like you don't you're taking. I mean, it's like the
It's
Christmas
cute.
in July thing. Like we just talked about earlier. Hallmark bringing out 87 Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Like
there's a cuteness
it's
factor to it.
overkill though.
Yeah, there's
It-
a part of waiting for the holiday that makes it
Yes.
special.
It's
and I
not going to
think,
be special.
Yeah, when you just sprinkle it into all the other months, it kind of takes away its novelty.
Totally.
But, you know, I do like the watermelon thing. I may have
do.
to carve a watermelon
I
this weekend.
like that. I like doing the watermelon balls and then
Yeah.
filling it with alcohol. That's the way you
Oh,
celebrate
that's cool.
summer with a watermelon.
Spooky.
You get spooky drunk.
Then you can say, well, it's healthy.
Spooky
so.
drunk, and you keep the kids away. Don't eat that watermelon. Don't do it. I think it's definitely a way for retailers to, launch some Halloween items before fall and sell them. It's just a
Yeah.
way to make money, but it does have a fun name.
Especially when you say it like that.
Summerween. Summerween. I do want to play you one other bit of audio that I found delightful this morning. This viral video is going around. It's a woman on the dating app Hinge. Are you on Hinge, either one of you?
Yep.
Nope.
On the Hinge? What's the
Yep.
what's the shtick with Hinge?
The Hinge is, I
The
guess that
dating
one
app
is
meant to be deleted, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that is the one where anybody can contact anybody. So if they like you, they can say they like you, and then you just like them back. There's no time limit as far as you need to like them in 24 hours or they forever disappear. Every dating app has something like that. Like, hurry, act now, or it'll forever be deleted.
You'll
but
be
Hinge-
single and miserable forever.
Yeah,
Hurry.
kinda. And Hinge doesn't really do that. It gives the option to, like, you know what I mean? Like the onus is on everyone. It's not just on the women like Bumble is and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So yeah. That's
You
Hinge.
can, I guess, apparently send audio clips on that one because that's what this story is about.
It's a prompt. So it's not. You can't send it in the messages. You
Yeah,
cannot do audio
it's-
clips. But if you want a prompt of like, let me tell you a little about myself, or like say something funny, like
Okay.
you can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
So here's why this one's going crazy this morning. There's the woman who's on the app Hinge, and to land dudes, get them to woo her, she asked guys to do their best impressions of Tim Allen's grunt from Home Improvement. And they delivered.
That's pretty good.
Do not date that last guy.
Oh, right. Some of them really
That one or-
tried, and some
That
of
one, no.
That one's bad. Oh.
Nah. Second to last guy was pretty good. He was pretty good.
Can you
It
guys
was-
do that? Can you do his grunt?
Yeah. It's funny though. It's a guy's
Iconic.
voice is so important. So I commend her for doing this. Like
Sure.
that's one of the things I look for on
What are you
those
talking
apps is,
about, Katie?
What does his voice sound like? Because if it's like that, I can't do it. I can't
mean,
get
that's-
behind it.
Okay, Katie.
That guy's got to be an instant turn off.
Not trying to. I know.
She was like, nope, no, thank you.
Heck to the nah.
I can do it.
That's so funny.
That's good. Let me give you one more. This is a feel-good story. A UPS driver in Pennsylvania's Lancaster County surprised a bunch of teenagers playing on a slip and slide in their front yard during a high school graduation celebration. The driver, fully dressed in his UPS uniform, pulled over and joined the fun by sliding down the wet mat with the kids, exchanging high fives and fist bumps. The impromptu interaction went viral as well, and there's a video of this guy zipping around the interwebs this morning. That's pretty cool,
It's
I
pretty
think.
funny,
That's
but
cute.
he just had swamp butt from his truck all day, and he's like, "Let me cool down a little bit." Like,
Also
that's
slightly
what that
creepy that
is.
he's like, hey, there's a group of teens. Let me go
I
play
know.
with them. Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's good. Hey, Katie, real quick, tell me about what's going on at your daughter's work.
Oh, this is so interesting. So she was telling me about this, how people at her job, they're getting in trouble for showing up late. And so it's like everyone at the job
Typical
place
Gen
is,
Zers, right?
Yeah. So they're showing up like 10, 15. One of the girls shows up like an hour late and expects to still have a job. I know. I was like, how is this even being
Wow.
accepted, But she works for a corporation, and they have just kind of instilled across the board that if you are late, if you are more than 5 minutes late from now on, they're going to start taking it out of your PTO. And
Oh.
I'm down
That's
with
great.
it.
I'm
I
down
can
with
kinda
that
get on
too.
board
You
with
know,
that,
because
yeah.
again, as her mom, I'm like, I taught you to be early. I taught you not just to be on time, but to be 5 minutes early just to make sure you weren't late. So you know the importance of showing up because it says so much about your character. It says that you appreciate other people's times, that you value your own time. So I just feel like if it's not, if the parents didn't get the message across, hit them in their money. That's how
Yeah.
they're going to figure
Yeah.
it out.
I love it. It's a
because-
great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other way would be like to deduct money from their paycheck or something, which I don't think you could do.
No,
but
PTO,
hit them
yeah,
in the
let's
PTO.
start
That's
to-
pretty solid.
I couldn't think of a better way to reiterate your message of we need you to be here on time because also if you think about it, like the company's like, well, you're wasting our time if you show up late.
Yes,
so now
then
we're taking
gonna
your time.
Take your time. So
Wait, one was showing up an hour late,
an
though?
hour late.
What
and
is going on there?
And then they were mad when they found out they were going to start taking their PTO. Like they actually got visibly mad about it. And it's like,
It must be happening enough with these
Yeah.
kids that, they're putting their foot down now and saying, this is what we have to do.
Yes, and even Zoe was like, "This makes a lot of sense." I'm glad that they're sending a message, that it's not okay for anybody to be that late. So everybody has to kind of pay the price for it. For this one girl showing up an hour late.
Is it just one
but-
girl or is it multiple?
No, there's a lot
multiples?
of them showing up late. Again, most of them are like 5 to 10 minutes, so it's not
But
a huge
still,
amount
like-
of time. But it is like it's not a good.
I
Like,
did
Add it up
girl-
over the week,
That's
you
the thing.
know?
I dated a girl years
Wow.
ago who was chronically late to everything, to the point where I would tell her, like, hey, this event is happening an hour earlier than
Oh,
it
yeah.
actually was, because I know she would show. And I'm like, I'm Mr. On Time. I have to be early to everything. And so I was like, you can't, like, even in life, it's just disrespectful to people's time,
is.
especially at work. That's wild to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, especially the place that's paying you your wages.
Yeah, really.
I know. But again, I thought it was a really smart thing for this company to do, and I'd never heard of it. So I was like, maybe
yeah.
we'll start to see more of this.
I like it.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
The people who show up on time were like, we like this.
It's like, I know. It's like,
This is
I've
a good
never
move.
been late a day in my life.
Yeah.
Almost 21 years here, never been late. Not one day.
That's
Ever.
insane.
Isn't that nutty?
That's really
That
That's
is
responsibility,
says a
you
lot
guys.
about you, man. That's
I know.
awesome.
Just keep showing up.
Yeah.
Even I have at least one day where
Oh,
I'm
Katie's
like,
been late
No,
in
no,
a
no,
lot.
no,
I had
no.
one day and Jeremy thought I died.
All the
I just thought he
time.
died.
There
I
was
like, "Did
one
Josh
day
die?"
that I was late.
And that was like 2 weeks into the show. And then there was that time you were supposed to fill in and you just didn't even show
That's
up.
what I mean.
Oh, is that the one?
That's the one where I was supposed to fill in.
That's awesome. All right, we're going to hop into a quick break. When we come back, I want to tell you about a buddy of mine that's had extremely good luck getting things for free and winning things. So you be thinking, too, during this little break, if you've ever won something or got something for free, we want to hear about it. 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Either one of those, it's such a good feeling when that happens. So call in, sound off, text us, do your thing. Right now, it's traffic time. Hey. Yeah, that's right. Phone lines are wide open this morning with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. So if you want to sound off at any time about what we're talking about, 303-691-1649. So about a week ago, I went to lunch with my buddy Eric. I haven't seen this guy in a good year and a half. So we just grabbed a bite to eat and caught up a little bit. And he was going off about the massive amounts of good luck that he's been having for about the past 6 months. And I was like, screw you, dude. He's been getting all sorts of free stuff. He's winning things. I jotted down some of the stuff that he's gotten. He got a free hot tub. Whoa. He had a friend of a friend who was moving out of state, had just bought this hot tub. It was about 4 months old, and they offered it up to him. He's like, yeah, I'll take it. It's a brand new hot tub. It was something like an $8,000 hot tub. Wow. His buddy was like, yeah, just take it. So we got that.
Just take it.
He's a fan of some podcast. I'm not going to mention a name since that's our competition, but they're having some sort of contest on there, and he won a $5,000 Apple gift card from said podcast.
Whoa.
I was like, you can go to hell.
Katie's pissed right now. She's like, new
I
laptop.
know.
Hello.
So he's like, yeah, I went basically on a $5,000 shopping spree at the Apple store.
Well, that gets you like two things, but still.
Screw that guy again. Get this. We were talking at 7:30 today about puppies. He was given a purebred lab puppy because his coworker had a dog that had a surprise litter. They didn't know what to do with all these puppies. He kind of jokingly said, yeah, I wouldn't mind one. I'll take one of those, thinking like $1,000 puppy. The coworker gave him a puppy.
I love labs too. They're so cute.
And then get this, on top of it all, about 2 weeks ago, wandered in to a gas station, bought a $5 scratcher and won $250.
Oh my gosh.
I hate this guy. So it was like 4 big things, bang, 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 bang. And we got into this whole thing at lunch talking about, honestly, I'm kind of worried that something horrible is going to happen to me at this point.
Maybe.
Because he's had such a streak of good luck.
Yeah.
And excitement and fun. He's like, I'm driving slower. I chew slower because I don't want to choke and die on the floor,
Well, when you have all that good luck, you need to pay it forward. You need to
give
some
do.
good fortune to somebody else
Absolutely.
who's unexpecting. Yeah.
So here's what we're throwing out there this morning. We've already got a couple people on hold here. What did you win? Or what did you get for free that you kind of want to brag about? 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. We'll get you here in the studios with JKJ. I'm going to hop onto these lines since they've been holding for a minute. I got Mallory and Joe. Hi, Mallory.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we're super dupes. So did you win something or get something for free?
I did, actually. From my favorite and best radio show a couple days ago, I won Elish Garden tickets. My birthday is going to be coming up in 2 days, and it's the best birthday that I'm ever going to have, but I'm a little terrified because I've never been to a theme park before. So
You're going to love
That
it.
sounds awesome. What radio show were you listening to? I got to start listening to them.
Definitely y'all.
Yeah!
I was really nervous there for a second.
Yeah, right? That's
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, it was definitely y'all, and this is going to be the best birthday ever.
Oh, I love that.
Definitely going to be better than my fiance's surprise, but,
He's always got next
That's
year,
so
right?
funny.
Yeah.
You can try next
Screw
year.
that guy.
Yeah. And Mallory, you're a 4th of July baby, is that right?
yes, I am a 4th of July
Oh,
baby.
you get a free fireworks show every single year for your birthday.
Oh, yes. But I just wanted to call in and say thank you all so much for making the best birthday ever. And it's definitely free, so I have to go. So I'm just going to have to eat all I can and try not to puke.
There you go.
You'll have
That's
so much fun.
Words to live by on a
Yeah.
daily basis, Mallory.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for listening and congratulations again. Have a great
Yeah.
And
4th.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mallory.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye, Mallory.
Mallory.
What a sweetheart. Speaking
She's so
along those
sweet.
lines, some texts coming in. Becky said that she got free field seats for Metallica She said a coworker gave them to me because they just didn't want to go. That's a solid score right there.
Concert tickets every time.
Jenny says, I got free tickets to go see NSYNC from my history teacher back in the day. His daughter couldn't go, so he gifted them to me.
That's pretty cool.
Went by myself. Took pictures but didn't get to meet the guys. That one's pretty good. Susie texted in. We're talking about the things you got for free or that you won. She says, I got a free cruise. My sister got sick and gave me and the hubs the tickets to go in her hub's place. $8,000 worth of fun for free.
Wow.
That's a nice sister. Hi, Joe.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, buddy. What did you win or get for free?
Well, I got something for free, honestly. Kind of a little backstory is I've been driving this old beat-up 4Runner for a long time, and my dad bought a brand-new Ford Ranger for himself. He was driving a nice big F-150 extended cab, kind of older guy, takes pristine care of his car. But he calls me up to help him connect his phone to his new Ford Ranger and spent a few hours up there helping him out, getting all the bells and whistles going. And then he sits down with me at the table, and he's like, hey, here's the title for the F-150. And I was like, okay. He goes, well, aren't you going to sign it?
Oh, I
so
love it.
he just slid the
Title over.
over to me for the truck, free of charge.
Dude.
I love those stories, man. I love it.
Awesome.
And they just dangle the keys and like, here you, it's all
Right?
yours. Joe,
Right.
that's a heartwarming story, buddy. And you got America's pickup.
Right.
I do.
That's right.
Yep. So I'm sitting there talking to you guys driving to work right now. So
Well, we
totally
appreciate you having us on, Joe.
That's
you have a great
awesome.
day, buddy. Thanks for sharing.
blessed. Hey, take care. Have a good one.
Later, Gator.
That's so cool.
I have a good friend of mine who was going through some hard times, and she had a very wealthy friend that just said, hey, we're going car shopping one day. And she took her out and bought her a brand new Jeep.
A brand new
She's like,
Jeep?
we're just going it was brand new, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like off the lot?
Off the lot, my friends. She's like, we're going shopping.
What's her name and number?
I know, right?
She's
crazy.
single, right, Josh?
Yeah, right.
There's a funny backstory to that story that I'm not going to tell you.
Well, thanks.
Should I? Nah, I'm
You
not
don't
going
have to. No,
Nah.
she did a good deed.
We got a free car from Nick Nack's dad once. He had an F-250 that was actually quite new, and he was going to trade it in for something else, and I had kind of expressed interest in it. I really liked that truck, and we went over there one day, and he gave us the truck.
That is so
Just
sweet.
Was
Just
like
gave us the
randomly,
truck.
like at dinner.
He's like, you guys can have the
Did
truck
he
if you
make
want
a
it.
big deal of it? Like, was there?
No,
like,
he's very
no?
chill. He's
No?
just like, yeah, you can have it.
So
He's
it
like,
just
you can have it.
happened. There was no
Just
like,
happened.
come
And we were like,
outside and look
whoa.
behind this curtain.
Like, we were fully prepared to, like, make an offer on the truck. We know
Yeah.
you're getting rid of it, blah, blah, blah. He's like, nah, you guys can just have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did you have it? Did you get some good use out of it?
Oh,
and stuff,
I traded it in with, like, a year.
well,
cash.
250 is big. That's a big truck.
It was a big
It
truck,
is.
actually.
Yeah.
It was a good truck, but
Yeah.
he's loaded though, so it was no big deal. It's fine. Katie, did you ever get anything for free?
It's funny. When I first started out in radio, I kind of came upon some hard times where the car I was driving, it wouldn't go into gear. It would only go in reverse.
Aw.
And so, I was having a hard time getting back and forth to work. In fact, my boss was letting me use the company vehicle for a second. And then my best friend and her soon-to-be husband, they were giving me rides one day, and we stopped at the gas station to fill up their car. And all of a sudden, they handed me a pair of keys. And
Love that.
I know, and they were like, see that Camry right there? And it was like next to us in the stall.
Yeah,
getting
you're
gas
like, ugh,
next
I
to us.
hate those.
I know, and I was just like, I do see the Camry, and they're like, yeah, it's yours. And I was like, shut your face.
Katie.
Like, shut up. Shut up right now. And they actually gave me a Camry. And to this day, still some of my very best friends, shout out to Kathy and JJ, because they've done that my whole life, our whole friendship together. They've always kind of gifted me things that, they're just that kind of people, right? They want to spread joy
Very
and love
benevolent, good
into
people.
the world. Yeah.
Yes.
And I've just been so lucky to be on the receiving end of that quite a few
Oh,
times. And,
I love those
yeah,
stories.
they're just such good people. And yeah, they definitely made a difference in my world. So, yeah,
That's
I
so
try and
good.
pay it forward because of that.
As you should.
Yeah.
So this morning we're talking the things you've won, the things you've gotten for free. 303-691-1649. A few texts coming in. Charisse says, I won $2,500 worth of free clothes from a shopping spree in the 90s.
Wow.
Hey, all right. Wonder where she went. Like Gap, probably. you
I
think?
know, right? Hot topic.
Allison. No, Candace says, I won two tickets to Hamilton in Vegas. Epic freebie, she said. That one's pretty good. Carol says, I won a brand new Harley Davidson motorcycle and a case of Splurge soda. Surge, probably.
Surge.
She
yeah.
put Splurge. Won it from a radio station like 100 years ago. So when was Surge out? In the 90s? That must have been a 90s win. Hi, Megan.
Hello.
Hello. What'd you win or get for free?
I just won 2 tickets to see Mumford & Sons at Red Rock.
There you go.
Yes.
Doesn't it feel good to win things?
Yes, I manifested this because I couldn't get pre-sale tickets, and then general tickets were too expensive. So I told my best friend and my husband, I'm just gonna have to try to win them on the radio,
It's such a
And-
good feeling.
and it happened.
That's
Good for
crazy.
you.
That is
Excited.
manifestation right there.
How did you manifest it? Like, do you have a vision board or something?
I just kind of spoke it into being.
Yeah. You just put it into the
Oh my
universe,
God.
right? Yep.
Hold on, let me try manifesting. I wish that kid would be quiet. I wish that kid would be
Stop
quiet.
it.
I wish that kid.
Oh my God!
Hold on, I'm
Please
manifesting.
Make that happen.
Megan, I'm manifesting. Make that kid be quiet.
I would love for that to happen. He's about to go to daycare. He's been whining all morning.
Yeah, get him out of the car.
You guys are my sanity right now.
Let that kid be somebody else's problem for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
Megan, congratulations on the win. Thank you for calling this morning. Have a good one.
Thanks.
See you
Bye.
later. The only other thing I can think of that I won is the most ridiculous thing ever. Katie, look up real quick when The Lion King came out, the original cartoon.
Had to be like
94.
98,
94, right? 95?
Look up real quick, because that's
94.
94.
You're right.
Okay, so back in 94, King Soopers had a raffle at one of their grocery stores with a giant jar of jelly beans.
Shut up. You have a jelly bean story?
I have a jelly bean story. You have a jelly bean
tell
story?
yours first.
No, you tell yours first.
Can I? Okay. So it was like kindergarten. And my kindergarten teacher brought in a jar of jelly beans and was like, we're going to have everybody guess how many jelly beans are in this jar. Whoever comes closest gets to take all the jelly beans they want out of the jar. And so what I did is I took the number of jelly beans vertical times the amount horizontal.
Brilliant.
And that's the number I came up with. In kindergarten, I thought of this.
Not too
I thought I
shabby.
was genius. But I won. I won the contest, and I took 1 jelly bean because I don't like jelly beans.
What?
I know.
What?
I know. I only took, and then everyone in the class was like, and then my teacher was like, "Do you want some chocolate or something?" I was like, "Yeah." So then she gave me a chocolate bar instead because I didn't like jelly beans, and I
Oh
only
my
took
God,
1
that's
jelly
awesome.
bean. But that's my jelly bean story. What's yours?
Mine's better, but you're going to have to wait. Hi, Jordan.
Aw.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
We're super dupes, Jordan. So what did you win? What did you get for free?
I won a $2,500 stay to the Chamonix Casino in Cripple Creek, and it was amazing.
Amazing.
Woo! I love Cripple Creek.
Yes, very nice. Did you win
It
any
was
money
so
while you were
pretty.
up there?
No, we're not gambling people, so we didn't even try. We just enjoyed the hotel suite because it was huge.
What'd you do in there?
Nothing. We slept. Got away from the kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
fancy place to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my husband actually ended up having a medical emergency the last night we were there, so yeah, we literally just relaxed.
Well, that is
That is
the
a total
strange
parent-
into this story.
That is a parent
I
answer,
know,
though.
I know.
I'm sorry.
A little unluckiness to the lucky part.
I know. That's
Aw.
we won this $2,500 stay, and then there was a medical emergency. Is he doing all right now?
Oh yeah, he's great.
Good.
All right, good. All right, Jordan. Thank
Yeah,
you for the
thanks for
story.
asking.
Yeah, you're very welcome. You have a great 4th. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye now. Somebody wrote in and said Kings or Albertsons, Jeremy. No, it was King Soopers. So back in 94, rolled into King Soopers. I can still see the setup now. It was a big old table there at the pharmacy at King Soopers and the big old jar of jelly beans. And I took a crack at it, and I guessed how many jelly beans were in there.
Okay, same thing then.
Same thing.
premise.
I don't remember what the number was. Let's say 40,000 jelly beans. Who knows? And about a week later, we got a call from King Soopers that said, "Oh my God, you won the jelly bean contest." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "What did I win?" And I won a life-size stuffed Simba lion. And when I say life-size, it was the size of a real lion.
Seriously?
It was Simba from Disney, and I won it. Probably a $5,000 value if you saw something like that in the Disney store.
Absolutely.
How crazy is that?
How long did you have it?
Oh, my God. I bet you my mom still has it up in the rafters.
Oh,
how ridiculous is that?
You got to bring that down.
Yeah. So, what was I, 14, 15? Exactly what a 15-year-old boy would have wanted.
I thought you were like
is
7.
A life-size Simba stuffed animal. No, I wasn't 7. I think I was 15 years old, and I couldn't give it back. They made me take it.
That is so funny.
So ridiculous. That's right. Denver's best music. It's Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh. I won the Lion King. Oh, yeah. Can you see me walking out of the store with this playing?
It's all problem free.
Philosophy. What is it?
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna
Matata. Matata. Hakuna Matata.
We're talking about the things you've won or gotten from free this morning, and I told my Lion King story. We got 2 more calls here. Hi, Roy.
Morning, JKJ. How we doing today?
Well, we're super dupes, buddy. So what did you win? What did you get for free?
So before I moved here, I lived in Vegas for 8 years, and me and my wife's best friend Ashley worked for the box office, and all the time the whole I got.
Uh-oh.
Shoot.
Dude, your phone is so
Actually,
bad.
boys,
Hold on.
both times over
Roy, start over. Your phone is cutting out, buddy.
Oh, I said that.
You lived in Vegas.
Yep. And then our best friend there is a box office agent, so we got to see lots of different shows there. the last two shows the Backstreet Boys played. I've seen Christina Aguilera. I've seen J-Lo.
And that's all for free, right?
Numerous, shows, all for free.
That's
It's good to know,
cool.
people.
That
it's good
is
to know.
cool.
You saw Backstreet at the Sphere, right?
No, that one's coming up, and I didn't get to see that one. But I saw their comeback tour after COVID. I saw that.
Gotcha. All right,
That's
look at
sick.
you loving the boy bands, Roy.
Yeah.
He's
Hey,
into
for
it.
free.
For
Come
free, why
on.
not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Roy, that's a solid one. Good
That is
job,
a good
buddy.
one.
Hi, Nikki. We got a knick-knack. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Hey, girl. So what'd you win or get for free?
So this was probably about 8-10 years ago, but I put in a raffle and I ended up winning. And my winning was one of the bigger Lego Millennium Falcons.
Oh,
What is that worth?
come
Wait.
on. I know what it's worth.
What is it worth?
If you got the UCS one, it's worth about $1,000 right now.
That's a solid win.
Yeah, it was I think at the time, it was about $500.
Oh, yeah, that's up to its
Wow.
price now for sure.
And then I wasn't a huge Star Wars fan, but my friend that I was living with at the time, she loved Star Wars. So we sat down, I brought it home, I sat down, and we built it together. And I was like, here you go, this is yours now.
That's
Hey,
so
that's
nice. You kind of passed it
great.
forward.
That's so sweet.
Wow, the force is with you, Nikki.
know.
Yes, it is.
That's some good karma coming your way for sure.
Mm. Free Legos. That's a good one, Nikki. Thank you so much for calling this morning. There you go, guys. A lot of people winning things and getting stuff for free. Right on. Do I dare take the one that's ringing?
Why
Do it.
not?
Let's do it.
I mean, come
Do it.
on.
Let's
It's
do
our
Always
it.
Russian
Friday.
roulette.
I know.
If Josh doesn't get a chance to talk to him. Okay. Good morning, Mix. Who's this?
Hi, it's Cole.
Hey, Cole.
Hi, Cole.
What'd you win or get for free? You'll be our last call.
All right, sweet. Well, I got free Rockies tickets right next to home plate.
Did you give them back? Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Next to home plate. Come on.
Yeah, we'll leave them there. We'll leave
That's
it right
pretty
there.
sweet.
Hey,
It's like,
Gave
I'd
'em
rather not. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, calling and writing in this morning. Y'all are rock stars. Thanks for having some fun with us.
Poor Rockies. My
Poor Cole.
God.
He's like, no, I went to the game.
No, but really, guys. Cole, thank you for having some fun with us,
Thanks,
man.
Cole.
Okay, so we've got the Mile High Hype coming up here in a few minutes. We'll talk about a company going all in for Christmas in July. For those of you that think Tupac is still alive, you're going to want to hear this story that we have. And we'll talk about a very adventurous young lady named Lily Phillips. Oh, and I think we got some P. Diddy news. Man, it's going to be jam-packed. We'll be doing that next with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Right now, it's Traffic Time, brought to you by Elitch Gardens. Yeah, this here morning show is powered by Groove Subaru, your fast, fun, and friendly way to drive happy. You can browse their online inventory at groovesubaru.com, where right now you get up to $2,000 off of every vehicle on their lot. So go check them out, groovesubaru.com. Yeah, I'm playing some Puff Daddy music. It's time for Mile High Hype. Well, I guess the first thing we should dive into is some of the P. Diddy verdict out this morning. Katie, you got the deets on that?
Yeah. The jury's verdict delivered on the third day today of deliberations declared Sean Combs not guilty of 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, not guilty on 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, but guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. So it looks like of the 5 he was facing, 2 of them he was found guilty of, and no word on the sentencing just yet. That'll come at a later time. But my goodness, like I at least have been kind of glued to the TV waiting for this to all come down.
A lot of people have been waiting for this.
To actually see it, wow.
Split decision there.
Wow.
A little surprised.
Kind of crazy. A little surprised, yeah. Absolutely, but also not because of the way it all went down. I mean, you heard news reports say because of how the whole thing happened. It's just it was hard to stick all the charges to him. So it's just crazy.
Which is wild. Like the fact that I don't know. It's crazy because you're like, he did these things, but how do you prove it? And it's hard. It's tough to have, irrefutable evidence.
It's hard to make sense of, I guess. And I am just so glad I'm not the person who had to decide what his verdict was going to be because, there's a lot that went into it.
Well, there'll be more trickling out, I'm sure, over the next couple days. So as of right now, that's coming in hot from TMZ this morning. Other stuff for the Mile High Hype report here. Did you guys watch the Jelly Roll video of Jelly Roll meeting The Rock? I watched it this morning and I kind of got teary-eyed.
It was so sweet.
It was the cutest video ever. They've been communicating for like 10 years.
Yeah, and they've never met.
They have never met. I think The Rock showed up on the set of American Idol or something. Jelly Roll was there being a mentor. And they met out on the back lot. And they hugged. And you can just tell the embrace that they had. Like, these two dudes mean a lot to each other.
Yeah.
And what a combination, right? You got The Rock hugging Jelly Roll.
But Jelly Roll's looking good, man.
He's dropped 200 pounds. He's down 200.
Really has slimmed down. He's not quite The Rock.
Not The Rock. But it was it was a very heartfelt meeting. Did I post it on Facebook? I might have.
It's cute,
Okay.
man.
It's on our Facebook, Jeremy, Katy, Josh, if you want to check it out. How about Hallmark going all in for Christmas in July? It starts Saturday. So you're going to be able to watch some Hallmark Christmas movies in the middle of July.
Shout out to Carrie, my mom. She is pumped.
Look at that.
She's so excited for that.
They've got some, let's see, it's a 4-part docuseries, it looks like, about Hallmark superfans who went on their very first Christmas cruise last November. That's going to be part of Christmas in July. They've got a TV premiere of Unwrapping Christmas, which is some sort of film series. 4 movies that were originally only available on Hallmark Plus. They're going to be doing that. And then another 8-episode limited series of a program called Holidazed coming to Christmas in July. So
why do we need what in the deck the halls is happening here though? Like, so what I don't like about it is, again, like, we look at what Christmas is in the spectrum of our year, and it's because there are so many fun things happening in summer, and then leading up to it, you've got Halloween and whatnot, and then it starts to get in that depressive cold mode. That's why we have Christmas, to celebrate and have a happy thing to look forward to when it's cold and bitter and everybody's depressed. So now
it's overdone.
A lot of people are cold and bitter and depressed this time of year.
It's a money grab thing.
It's not just in December.
It's totally a money grab thing.
A lot of people are cold and bitter.
Know. I think it takes away the whole
special feeling,
mystique of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
well,
all of it's gone.
does.
It takes away the merriment, Jer.
But you know what? It's going to be wall-to-wall people watching this on the Hallmark Channel.
All
I
right.
guarantee.
Yeah. I know there's
because maybe you need those good, happy feelings in July.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Katie. Some
Fine.
people need them.
We have it. It's called summer. It's the sun.
Like,
go outside. Go to a pool.
The sun gives us fun.
Oh, I'm putting my tree up this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Better be a palm tree. Okay, next story,
Oh
please.
my God. Silence.
I know. Nothing. Gosh.
That was funny.
Better be a palm tree.
We live in Colorado. Oh, we're the first station.
Yeah, we were the first one
We
playing
need
it
this
this
right
year.
now.
Officially the first.
I'm going to let it go for a second.
Do it.
Watch Big Rob
My
freak
God,
out.
you know he's gonna. Oh gosh.
The lyrics
Oh.
of the year.
I don't like it.
Oh, I'm excited now.
I'm going to let it keep going.
No.
Only 185 more days.
I know. Why do I picture a skinny Santa in board shorts too? Like,
No, I picture happiness.
do you? That's not happy.
I picture the white
To
snow.
friends, you
Stop
know everyone you meet.
No.
That's all you get.
Oh, no, okay.
That's all you get.
Thank God.
That's just for you, Kate. Put up a palm tree. Okay, so there's some news out about Tupac this morning, from P. Diddy to Tupac here. If you're one of those people that think he's still alive, this might burst your bubble. Suge Knight was doing an interview from prison, and he said Tupac was cremated. And it sounds like they took his ashes and smoked them.
No.
Supposedly by family and friends.
I don't want that to
They
happen.
made a fatty. They rolled a fatty with Tupac.
No.
With the pot weed.
Well,
Promise
literally,
me.
not literally with Tupac.
I know. Promise me you will never smoke me.
I'm not going to make that promise.
Promise.
I'm
You
not.
might be delicious.
When I
You might
kick
be.
it,
You're full of saturated fats. I bet you.
you're going to crisp right up. I
It's
know it.
probably a great fatty.
It's actually a great smoke. I'm not going to lie.
I've never smoked a fatty, but I would imagine that your fatty would
Light
be
up
the
a
best
Katy.
fatty.
Come on.
Y'all want to light up a Katy? It's probably like a combination of like girly soaps
Yeah.
and fried chicken and denim.
Yeah. Coconut and lime and chicken. That's about it.
That's what you get when you smoke a Katy.
Sounds good.
How about this adventurous young lady, Lily Phillips, recently claimed to have cuddled with about 1,113 men in 12 hours.
That's a lot
too
of
many.
cuddles.
She cuddled
No.
so much.
That's a
It's
lot.
too many.
Big old bear hug.
Want to hear her talking about it? She's surprisingly chipper in this audio. Well, she sounds delightful.
Does she?
I feel so bad for whoever's editing that video.
Like, who's sitting down and watching 12 hours of that?
You know, and it's like
Why does she sound so chipper, though?
to feel like that's the only way you can become famous. That's what gets me. Is it's like, again, that is a talent all of us have.
What
We
do you
can
do
all
if you're her
that.
parents? I'm sorry. Like, truly, do you like?
You move.
You don't
Enjoy,
say that's
enjoy
my
the new
daughter.
car that she just bought you, I guess.
Exactly. Well, there's
She's
also
making
that.
a lot of money out of this. But I have logistics questions about 1,113 cuddlers.
Yeah.
Like, how far do you got to go? Like,
Yeah. Was it a side hug?
side hug or is it
Yeah.
bear hug?
Do you want to
Are
finish
you
cuddling
really
or is
hugging?
it?
Exactly.
Do you get
Whoa.
removed?
Yeah. What is the process?
Huh.
I think everyone's kind of wondering.
Huh.
Well, Katie, do some research. Watch the video
Look
for
that
us.
up
and
for
then,
us, Katie.
let us
Yeah.
know.
I'll be the one watching that video.
Do
sure.
some Hallmark
Sure.
Christmas movies and then hop onto that.
Disgusting.
Hello. What else you got locally?
We have
Hello.
exactly. I'm going to say it all like that. Probably not though. It's the end of an era with Denver's music scene. Actually, the Underground Music Showcase is going to call it quits after 25 years in existence. So this year's show at the end of July, it's going to be its final in its current form. So they promise it's going to be the best one yet, and the festivities are going to take place Friday, July 25th through the 27th. Jamie Duffy, who helps run the festival, has a little more about it. She feels
So is
all the
Lily.
ways.
So
I know.
is Lily.
I was just going to say, Lily said the same thing. She's feeling all the emotions.
A lot of emotions there. I've never been to the Underground
the
Music
emotions.
Festival.
Well, it's your last year to check it out, and they're inviting everyone again the 25th through the 27th to go check it out on South Broadway there in Denver. DIA caught fire yesterday. Did you guys see
What
this?
happened there?
Well, actually, it was an
airplane?
area, not an airplane. It was lightning that struck an area on the property of DIA. So all of
Dang.
the stuff at the airport, the operations, none of it
So
was
the little white tent
affected.
thingies, they're good?
Yeah, so everything's fine. It wasn't on the structure of DIA. It was just on part of the property, and they were able to put it out in about an hour. But the pictures are kind of crazy. You just see a line of a blaze lit up behind those white tents. But thankfully, again, everything is okay
Very
out
good.
at DIA. Rockies, they're doing something. Well, the front office is. So they've decided that they're going to put the jersey patch on their unis. Denver-based.
Oh, like an ad? Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of teams are doing this. A lot of sports are doing this. The MLB's just jumping on. But Denver-based York Space Systems is what you'll see the Rockies rocking. The Rockies said fans at Coors Field are going to see it in the in-venue signage, third baseline, and LED placements as well. So get ready for York Space Systems.
York Space Systems.
To be a part of
hitting
your
the balls out into the universe.
Rockies experience. Again, a lot of teams it's just the money grab, right?
I'm fine with it.
So we see it all over every sport. The Avs have it. Nuggets have the
I'm
sponsored
fine
patches.
with it. Make your money. It's a business. Make your money.
Yeah.
Do
I
it.
mean, again,
as you
it's
walk
just gonna
into a place called Coors Field.
Yeah,
Like, make your money.
It's going to be just a small patch, I think, on the left sleeve. So it's
Fine.
not going to be like front and center or anything. But it's just the first of, I believe, many. I think
They're
going to
look like a
see-
NASCAR vehicle
Yeah.
at some point. They're going to have patches everywhere.
We are probably
Patches
gonna see
O'Houlihan.
more patches.
I would put a patch on my shirt if I got paid for it during
Would
the
you?
show. We're doing live streams all morning on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
I put a patch on.
I've got a patch on my coffee cup. Like it's
Yeti.
sponsored,
I want
right?
a Yeti patch.
Exactly.
Yeti or Ariat.
Traeger.
I'll do that. Put
Ooh, a
Traeger
Traeger
on
patch.
there. Or Build-A-Bear.
I want a fried chicken patch.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Like a little KFC. You want the kernel
I
there on
do.
your left breast?
I want some fried.
Perfect fit.
A breast on a breast.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Marketing magic right here.
Okay, let's talk about 100,000 bikes on the road.
Oh, God.
Oh,
no.
my goodness. Well, that's what
I'm moving.
one Denver man wants to see, his dream of 100,000 bikes on the road. He's developed an app, and this is
Who
actually
is
really
this
neat.
guy?
His name is Avi Stopper. He's the creator of Bike Streets, and the app is a really neat concept. So he began creating this map after years of biking to work and realizing the official city bike routes weren't always the safest or most comfortable options. So Avi says that it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah,
Filled with
bro.
joy.
Yeah, man. Nothing but joy.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I don't feel any more joy than when I'm behind a biker in my car. Like the amount of joy that comes from me when that happens. I
Here's
mean,
the
I
thing.
can't even explain it how happy I get.
The way you're
when I
looking
can't get
at
around
it
them.
right now is you
Yeah.
stuck in traffic amongst all these cars, and then you have 100,000 bikes on the road. That's not how it's going to work out. If there's 100,000 bikes on the road, there's less cars, and that's
But
what.
then you're still stuck behind a bike going 30 when
Yeah.
you're in a 55. So it's still
No.
going
Why
to slow
can't the
things
bikes stay
down.
in
the
sidewalk?
bikes aren't on
And
the
100,000 is
highway.
not that many with the Denver traffic.
Bikes aren't on the same roadways as us guys.
But they're on the
for
roadway.
the most part. No, this bike app will show you the safest way to go. They're not on the highways in every single street. Most of them are on bike paths. So that's the thing is if you see 100,000 bikes out there, you're going to see
I would
less
move.
traffic. That's why Avi said it's a win-win for everyone.
I don't think
and
so.
everyone's going to be happy.
I don't agree
think
with
so.
Avi. I don't.
I don't.
I will tell you, driving over on the western slope and all the mountain terrain, that is
Yeah.
hard with the bikers.
Ugh,
like on
the
those
worst.
little narrow roads.
Oh my God! I went through Colorado National Monument.
See?
Katie, I was cursing the bikers
I'm telling
in there
you,
because You can't, the way that road is in there that you wheedle around like a snake, you can't see around to pass them.
Yeah, it's
So you get stuck behind them
the
going 10.
hairpin curves.
You can't pass them.
You can't pass them, and you have to wait.
What we
until
need
you
is
know.
more of that around
No,
town.
it's what I'm okay.
That would be awesome if we could get more of that locally.
What I'm saying is it's not like that because we don't have the narrow mountain roads here in the city, and that's why this bike app looks like a good idea. I think we need to try it out. We need to try.
I don't want to try it out.
We need to do more research on this. It's fine. We'll
Okay,
get back
you first.
to you.
You get on a bike and go.
And then you can follow me.
You
in
get
your
on a
truck.
bike and go down 6th Avenue.
To the nah. Okay, South Park news. Oh my gosh, the season 27 premiere on Comedy Central. It was originally supposed to come out July 9th. Nope, being moved to July 23rd. Apparently, it's some streaming issues with Comedy Central, and they're like in a fight with HBO Max. I don't know, but Trey Parker, Matt Stone, they are not having it. Do you want to hear the press release that they put out or the statement that they released?
I wish you would read it.
I'm going to have to clean it up for radio. They said this merger is a
Easy.
blank show.
Careful.
And it's blanking up South
Careful.
Park. We're at the studio working on new episodes, and we hope the blanking
Careful.
fans get to see them somehow. Like, they are mad about it. They are mad.
Obviously, like they're making out new episodes and you can't even put them out.
Yeah, it's hard for people to see them. And yeah, no word on if the 23rd is an actual, like, they may have to move it back again. And I think that's why Trey and Matt are like, wait a minute, this is our life's work. We want to give it to the fans. And for one, I'm a huge South Park fan. So I need that season 27 to come out already. Especially now that I have the internet and can watch it.
You're all grown up now.
Exactly.
All right.
And
Is that all you got?
the Big Ben. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's it. We're done. All right, that's it. That's your Mile High Hype with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Let's hop into traffic. Hopefully there's no bikes out there. Denver's best music. It's Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. Mix 100 is your all-access station this summer. We're giving away the hottest tickets, sending you to the biggest events all summer long. We gave away some Blues Traveler tickets this morning. They're coming to town at Red Rocks on the 4th of July. Good news is if you'd still like to win those, Nina has them this afternoon for your drive home. And that is Blues Traveler with Gin Blossoms and the Spin Doctors. It's their big 4th of July show. How great is that? So that'll be coming up this afternoon with Nina, all part of Mix 100's All Access Summer. I do love this story out this morning because I've been following the Bezos wedding and them going to Venice and the fine people of Venice being all butthurt because Bezos was coming and it was just going to be so crazy and so many celebrities and on and on and on. The Bezos wedding brought in $1.1 billion in economic value to Venice.
Wow.
Isn't that nutty? $1.1 billion.
That's why I was so
because of this
confused
wedding.
that they were so mad about it.
Oh, man.
Well, it's a huge spotlight on their town that doesn't need help
Do people
with
not
tourism.
know where Venice is?
I know
Like,
people
I'm
go
like,
to Venice.
Who cares?
Yeah, but like they don't need all those people there. Like
They brought 200 people to a wedding.
200 and the media and all of the media's people.
Okay,
like
so
there was a lot of people.
What,
in
1,000
Venice.
people then?
A lot of people
Oh,
in
God
Venice for
forbid.
this. The streets, the canal streets, Josh.
They did scoop up 30 out of the city's 280 water taxis. So more than 10% of the entire fleet was taken over by the wedding. So if you had to get around, it might have made it a little bit harder. They say the average tourist value to the city is about $125 per person. The Bezos wedding guest list, $5.6 million per person. And that's just them out there, at the event, booking the venue, going to restaurants. But they say it's also an impact from global media exposure.
Yeah.
So the amount of basically free advertising. But it brought a lot of cash and exposure into Venice. So they were probably like, it's no big deal now,
also
Mr. Bezos.
You have to think Italians live a different style of life than us. Like they live to
chill.
live. They don't live to work. They don't live for all the glamorous paparazzi and media coverage. Like they are a chill community. And so it
We
kind
just
of
want on a meatballs and a pizza.
Exactly. That's all they want. And so this disrupted that for them. I
mean,
understand
yeah.
why they didn't like it.
But my pizza shop has sold so many pizzas.
We're so rich.
Thank you, Mr. Bezos. When is he coming back? Huh? Come on, Mr. Bezos.
Get
I'm
married
all right
again,
with it.
please.
That's the meatball, huh?
It's
That's all you need.
pasta.
Sounds
You guys
good.
going out for the 4th?
Too. Probably not.
No?
Actually.
Yes.
Hanging at home?
I will be
Yeah.
out of town. Yes, I will be out of town for the 4th.
We'll check it out. 61.6 million people will travel by car during the Independence Day holiday.
That'll be me.
Bumper to bumper.
Right? Isn't it like the most travelers ever this year?
Ever.
Isn't that what
Like
I
they
heard?
say that every year. The
Ever.
most travelers ever.
They brought in more people to travel. Just to travel,
bring
Katie.
all the people
They-
from Venice.
They brought
huh?
in people from Venice
Okay.
to just travel. Yeah, they say it's an increase of about 2% if you're into math stuff. But yeah, there's going to be a buttload of people on the roads for the 4th. This is one of the first 4ths that I'm not gone. I've been gone every year for the 4th of July doing something. We're actually around, so that's pretty awesome. And I do love this link. TheBoot.com did a roundup of fireworks with ridiculous names. Some of these are fantastic, like the Unicorn Puke, the Redneck Finale, the Popo Magnet, the Light and Run, and apparently there's a really loud one out there called the Neighbor Hater. And I tell you all this because I was able to dig up and play you a sound clip from Joe Dirt.
Oh my god!
Why do I feel like all of those are names of toys that you have in your bedroom drawer, Katie?
No,
The Whistling Kitty Chaser for sure.
No.
Yeah, just a hunch. Denver's best music, Mix 100. Jeremy, Katy, Josh in the morning. We are getting ready to head the heck out of here. We're going to take a couple days off for the 4th holiday, so we'll be back bright and early Monday morning. Big Rob will be coming up after us. He's going commercial-free for 90 minutes at 11:30 today. And speaking of going commercial-free, make sure you kick on Mix 100 on the 4th of July when you're out there burning your eyebrows off. From 7 p to midnight. That's a long time. We'll be commercial-free for the 4th. So crack a cold one and crank the tunes on Mix 100 on the 4th of July. And that's really, really cool. You guys have a nice little holiday. See you back here on Monday.
Thanks,
man.
you.
Both you guys.
Okay. Put your American flags out. Celebrate Independence Day, for God's sakes. I got one final story for you, and this is so America because it involves Bud Light. How about this idiot in Northern California got pulled over on Sunday after a cop saw him swerving around on the road, and they knew this guy might be drunk. Specifically, when they looked in the car after they pulled him over, and it was loaded with empty beer cans. They even spotted an open can of Bud Light in his cup holder.
Oh, my God.
They dug a little deeper, and they found 70 empty cans of Bud Light floating around his little SUV.
70?
70 cans of Bud
my
Light.
gosh.
Epic rager, bro. It made for a great picture online. They lined up all the beer cans on the hood and shared the photo.
I swear,
online.
Ossifer, I'm not that drunk.
You're the one who's blurry.
Here's the final count, actually. 73 cans, and then 7 of them were 25-ounce tall boys.
Oh, my goodness.
If you're going to go big, go big. Take away this guy's license.
At least he's less waste, right? Come on.
Yeah, throw him in jail. All right, guys, we're out of here. We're Jeremy, Katy, Josh. Denver's Mix 100. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning here on Mix.
Bye.